Unim say asema ebesi a ebeye de asantini beje hu esun se de ka abo obi because say hello fm ho ye koye yi nti e ba na ma amini je oni ebusa say anti na ye de was bra akwa ye ni neti ha wo twa akwa nu ka yi free kana na pe wo
reporter
Anna there was a man one so ye fancy na me say mpacho da mpacho we esi say this guy in unity area now them party na or cross road but no one look
one share
it's car or the top speed or the 10
the man not
see the other way he's dead
right is that the fanti abrowa binzu sa yesi oni ne giramwa ne yesi wo twakwam na was antwe sign na driver no bo break every car to na mesme dey run across the road so driver will apply brakes no hit one can be say what
one be say what of the NDC Deputy Director Operations Mahama Yarga wo pachew e de wo ho nomne ade nipa bebre aka so aba Attorney General so aba for to justify action e course so ne ade no san komo yeto say
okay every madawasti na maybe also what goes round comes round. Now, number 2. Really actually
what goes round comes around any idea?
Oh, we are very playing it here. Cruise on the actually. Yet it's really crony and fast by impact. I'm fine to the crowd. A chamber at a beverage. When you're at almost middle and major towns in this whole country. And I can tell you.
Who's the way a tip of the iceberg?
I don't see a nice of you.
And who's your boat?
Moving in the nice fear of a comment. I think, yeah, but here. Because fundamentally, there's a belief there the previous government appointees been waiting for them. Oma fesika, oma fa kwa biswa. Omudia sum oma ne kwa mbone so. Enti Ghana for say ni se abanfo waba. Oba fa kwa bia so na one emraye juma. Na womo asade no omune emra no edi na Ghana for timi agi wo musika. Number 1, or now national security. The can't man say womu ejuma hanan say pinifo womu ejuma hono. In fact, the current national security coordinator was a senior police officer, a seasoned one, of course.
Okay,
all the officers are all a soldier for BNI for near the other. And when Obi is under the suspicion so with the body and is being investigated, now institutions like the National Security have coordinated an execution of a warrant to enter into persons of critical importance to some institution. Now you have a minority group led by Honorable Apenyomakin, who comes to say that we are hungry NDC people who have gone to steal 100,000 cedis. I say, come on, what be that evidence they be a come be Apenyomakin that evidence minority have not been able to bring that evidence, only for us to get to know, sir, Addison was spying on Bank of Ghana. Why is the minority not speaking about that? I mean, so you see the substance of what government is doing and what minority is defending. Number two, Martis Wong said they are persecuting government officials. One day, Signal Bureau, how many amateurs? Malaysia MPP near or be defended Adiana. I'm waiting to see MPP near or Baba Cafe. They are born in a year, you know. It's not evidence of a first history.
Now, Uncle Musway.
Yes, sir.
One in the year, king. One. Among for raising issues with that, say. The Attorney General, no, when you're prosecutor.
Another
when you're prosecutor. Two.
Oh.
Asamno Krano, a fair na Ebeko court. Now, what the about court of public opinion, a bit one for. And some Assembly court. Means I want to commentary.
Yeah, we cannot live in a society where we approbate and reprobate depending on convenience. So, national security through Attorney General, if he's under investigation. Now, MPP4, minority MPP4, because you see, most of the investigations that are ongoing has a lead of information from MPP4. And there are some MPP people who believe that some officials must be called to accountability. And will be a possible minority because only for the following day the facts are put out, everybody is quiet. If the Attorney General decides that for the benefit of that on the hand side, Kwame Nkrumah Tikese, you need to know why we have arrested a young man who is a preacher. Okay.
But not until say proven guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction. It's
the court is not a rubber stamp for criminals. And I'm saying that the Attorney General did not charge the suspect. When you are a suspect and you are in police custody, all you expect is to be given access to a lawyer, to be given food, to be given water, and to be kept at a place that is conducive for human existence, called a detention place. And when all Attorney General have ensured, they're having access to all these privileges, except to say that he needed to update the public. So, contrary to MP4 schemes, not MP, for 4 schemes, one will shield it to perverse and subvert, lawful investigation in order to shield suspected criminals within previous government. These are the fundamental facts. Kwame will school fees, will hospital, and the first SKA over $7 million. Now, for the $1 million, Eddie Adeneka, $6 million. No, wait. Now, we think we should be laughing at the country. We should politicize it. We should smile. We should do it business as usual, because you have a certain loud, empty minority that believes that they must shield persons who are under investigation. And it won't happen in this country today, and it won't happen tomorrow. And see, look, Obi Bia, Umabedim, say, Udia, you did 2 million amount. You will be arrested. And it's not limited to previous government appointees. You will face the law, because it's in the future of our country. the future of our children. On the go to places and you will see real poverty.
Okay,
What we see in Accra is not poverty. The government has been in power for 8 years, and its finance minister, Oye also call hospital Aburuchiri. It means that we don't even have a hospital. A bit to me are taking care of, a political class of people. And the Oye Niba and Oyare Sayarena, Obehu, Kwame Obehu, Samino, Yama, and Yenya, Kanoforia Kayarena, Obehu, because the nation has been managed irresponsibly to the extent that and penny for Yare, this one quadruple, the answer I need to know, Yabeko. And if somebody has stolen money, we have seen it, and people want to politicize it. Let me tell you, we are not in this business to make political gains. President Mahama has 4 years to leave a legacy. That legacy must embody the paradigm change. So we a politician, we a do-to officer. When you see a crime, you should fear a crack. So when Ghanaians get to know, they won't be happy about it. That is where all of you should advocate for us to get to. The impunity by the political class in this country is too much. And it has to be checked, and it has to be stopped.
Now, are you one of us who are Ghanaian Senegal?
MIIT, Mineral Investment,
Fund, no.
So also Robert. So second of all, I'm okay. Kwame will be a bigger to be a Quacho.
Oh, but if you also
and you were no, you don't try. And you see, then you have minority, instead of telling their members to come back and face trial to save their party, they are using the party to defend it because once the press conference are woman. The last time I woman may hear head count woman. Woman did a more, I bet you woman be do 5. Over the bonnet, and they are using their voice in parliament to shield lawful investigation. That is the only reason. Apanyomark is betting me a national security is made up of hungry NDC people. So, angry people. And now national security is NDC. Governor of Bank of Ghana and your political position. Now, so, time at the ceremony and of that collapsing for bank. They didn't see, sir. And call 4 banks are almost collapsed. And call 4 a Jumaba woman. They will be traumatized. They didn't see. So what goes round comes round. Number 2, time can you for come every pensioners for the cano? A bit more from a bit more from Wayare and Kokra soon Koi. Alexia almost Minister of Finance. Now can you for Tasha White, send all your bosom on Soname and so old age. Now Kokra and soon. He didn't know that they will be traumatized. Today, they are talking about trauma. They should get prepared. They should get prepared. Look, we will follow the process to the latter. And I say, Ade and a national security use Japa. Ade Japa on Yenipa. Japa no way to believe. Will be a way bonny. And what effort to so be decided, say, as I say now, or maintain and Ramacheme. So, what in your job for Kaya? When we said President Akufo was shielding and covering crime in this country, they said, no, you were defaming President Akufo. And have you seen? So, when you are job for a senior member of the MPP, Bakaya, at the end of the day, the General Secretary of the MPP is trying to gag an individual who believes that there was a crime. That is what the NPP has become. Sir John Mubre no ayekwa. KT Hamon mu. Ora Macmenu mu bre no a omo sum etete party no ayekwa. And the NPP, look at them. Look at them. They don't know what is right from wrong. They must cover up. They must punish the people of Ghana. We have people in this country who cannot afford 3 square meals a day. People in this country.
But I honorable, Obura Edubu Ahindie no. Governor of Bank of Ghana die no. Majority leader Yewura Mahama Yarga. What pacho? Na no na di enti no pacho.
Na so no onye adwuma national security. Onye adwuma national security.
There be.
He might have spoken from a politician perspective. Why was he apologizing? Or apologizing for what? Because a soldier for them won't free Burma camp. They were screened and posted as officers to work at the National Security Council or Secretariat. National security is a place where government operation, government intelligence, government security is coordinated externally and internally. And the national security through other agencies are undertaking an operation, and they go to the bank, the Minister of Finance's house. They didn't break a door, so there was no forced entry. Someone opened, they entered, they didn't assault anybody. Then I will open my house for them to come in, because I know that I don't have anything to worry. Governor Addison of Kwame, as we are speaking today, Mr. Addison call police station go car say national security for now one ba be fie no one fie hono me nyama ira e wi amsika afa meri joy on kasa. You have politics minority in parliament saying sir the people who went to the house have gone to steal, only to mislead the public, to try and divert attention of the country, to try and shield and demonize officers who are undertaking lawful investigation. So, on far evidence, BMI, I'm a car fair. FBI call, that is not happening. Addison has never spoken since this thing has occurred. Apenyomakin and his minority group are not legal representatives of Mr. Addison. Do we sit in a country where people perpetuate deliberate ignorance to inflict on all of us for political reasons with the sole purpose to divert attention,
okay,
to raise emotions of people, knowing very well that it's misleading and falsehood,
okay, and
not coming from mean persons, but members of parliament from the minority side? Should we sit in a country like that? When MPP under President Akufo-Addo was arresting anybody, everyone, it was right. At that time, a crime was committed. His Excellency John Dramani Bama, they were telling me, or already president, let me tell you, we are in this country. He will be arrested. Nothing will stop it. Some minority photo, they can go and organize press conference every 1 hour. They've lost credibility. Opinion markings have lost credibility to convince any Ghanaian that he is not shielding crime. He can't. Because investigations by all of the information we know are given to us by the MPP people. And show free, free in show Mercator there. Crocodile. Crocodile.
Denchem
and me about one. Who didn't me?
Debbie.
One, I'm not for 8 years. And I'm call for one who feels said there be 1 year. I question one also. And one the information in our brain. Any year, wage man, who the Hot Parliament, you are shielding this wrongdoing.
Ma now say.
Papa.
Bazon is a new meeting.
Okay.
When is a new meeting?
Now, can you really feel over frap in your market and represent evidence way? dear, me and baby some evidence. I think you mark is the some evidence. Why can't it try one or baby? Can you go out and
my friend Ebusano, why?
Yeah, Miss Rao.
Bye bye. Ora Mustafa Bandi, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency. Then I think, Gaga, you know, Monfan Shemni Uncle.
Wafanya ni addition ai na mini pa pato ya say min kan cho say fashion na
da bu no ka kire o waso fashion
ofanya ai
de o bi a fashion
ana na mini pa na ase bibi da ho a wo
da go da we nya me gugugu ani mbebebe yi
me phone da ha say
na do be dia wo ze we anu ozu ai na na me hu
I'm here.
Party no me one kwana.
Now we are come for omo ya. Yes, can for na call you.
Oh, okay.
But e bi o wa me sure mo ana me ni na fa level.
E ni mu no omo pe.
Sam.
Do nko na ngana ngamu.
Ntini ye chiche mo tre no. Unse bi wo hodma, unse be bi omo fa no. E tre. Ti one more far red no ye woni enti omo far red.
Ni bi so we.
Sa
Akrante ki.
Nti wa fa na nke ye betimi akọ.
Na no kwa na akosai.
Tame kwa na ministers na akọ party.
Na ba ne say strictly by invitation na.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uni sika asem.
Enti me hu na mu wa.
Say we invite me. We invite me.
Oh, that when you be.
Me tell you no kwa no o say onya 30 years no. Na no $1 billion than account.
30 years no.
Aye. Na adwuma be na be abenya mfa so $1 billion.
Is na nkrofo was come.
I'm not for who plate mo a day 5,000 plate.
But you hold on. Adwuma ye no abrochire no. Sa na yete na kwambe di akobusa be kan say Mrs. Scraps. Mu de bibia na mo be kan kire ye.
Me kwa abrochire akọboabo bi ta no.
Abrochire wo ye ni bo mo ade. Ye tuaka hourly basis. Obi a wohuru nchansi mu no. Na kire say wan kura wan for certificate papa bia na kwa abrochire. A menial job.
And a restaurant wo ina o de twitwi o mutesi.
Ati bajo
A day
restaurant
5,000.
be na nipa 5,000 didi ho. One mama a UK na a US na he.
Eh na Yugoslavia wo mu didi pa o.
I'm Slavia na we.
Slavia na wo no.
Masa sika ne nie but ye ni ate.
Motivation sa.
Settings enko a die.
3 Ghana cedi. What you share business as no why you tam.
Ba
ukura 20,000 want me fa.
What is it?
Every the 3 Ghana cedis.
Are you?
No mo dia share sen kakra. 1 Ghana cedi. Eh those days na na.
So wo huru nchansi mu wa abrochira. Eh hourly basis.
Don shiri ba ku bia na etua aka.
Da hiri ba ku e calculate ni sa. Eju obi ani wa say 8 hours ya. Obema wo sa nchansi na ahuru mu no. Obema even $20. $20 for 8 hours is $160. Obi am fama. What tria dan ka say? What did you say? Etria bills say. Na ka say and wakonya $1 billion.
And no chance why labor minister will
You
US.
should go and speak to the Marines.
Kaish.
Mami.
Na no de kobra.
Yewa Henry Nana Boachi, a national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Yene Twitwe enkomo. Nana me moachi.
Asampani Kwame Nkrumah Tikese Mura Mejoso.
Na umpombo ko de.
Kedi ampo adaroma at the party area na aseda nyamedia.
Na enra woman no Attorney General and then Minister of Justice. Issues be about cases be a ya chichi nipa bi wo what they call obe brief or minor echire mu said the in respect to owura edubwa hen when na yire ya chi wo mo adan a for state cyber defense software bi ene ho niema na yeso tie ye no se asem ehwewa so kakra na emu de na wonte ase
Kwame, Madasi na Machia Penifo. Kwame, you are Attorney General. Or a queen be as a essential for a bidding home. Afar and name a beer, my fan said, Otokasa reference a beer of national interest. Jenny Fins in Quine. No crowd in Ka Efe. A mark, a moment to be a memono, a coso, a martimum, phone to Wunia, a coso. But then on your bay, any dear name, you said, oh, ma, essential for an agana for Nina and whom say it be a way to maybe swa or ye. Now, come your question, you cool are now also called bowl courtroom, some kuno, and a obobo tray, a gana for an. Inti anka abia anka ye papa no eno ayi Attorney General edwumadi odi ye no ono asa sakre ni amana koya abia ni nyai sebe emre mu na etan je wo hwe abia oye no na kama kwa se sebe we nye obi akekewo we ye Attorney General na mu emu I'm penny for us in the case, would be kind of quarter and I would leave him. Near Attorney General a highly unprofessional and unethical. Very, very, very unprofessional. The new patriotic party, Kwame Yaka, Yesisudia said, Obi Bia or the Sum Ghana. Our MPP Abrenso. Akuntabu die, untimi nyane mfiri ho da. Enti eto anase edu ebrebi na ye to nsa pro se na yesusu se dwumadi bi onso di ni sei we ni sei. Ghana Japade bi aba bedi won ma ni sei bedi wo ba be yi wo anu a. O se oba na obeyi wo wan ebi se wo dwane efiri ho ba enti MPP ya ka yesisudia na no akwan a ya fa so a ya to safri ebinum akọ ya to ma no ebi mu kwa da so kọ ho a wo no mudin sa wo so but say Attorney General na mu Kwame obafa asam ne ti ne nine ne nsu ne kon no dia ba be gina simpi so na oni Ghana fooding kom na o boni ko a esefata se also boss en ko no court so Attorney General no wo hwehwe mo nyina wie ya say you are not a judge on your own. 101. What is answer me now? Ni pay. I guess I may be quite what charge him, what bonny do, and now the Nakakudina court, and now Baby Church much a gun of 4 at the country I want to do. I mean, almost who are in Franco court, and Kawadia court. Some say, I send your court there. Some say, I work public interest in Tino. I won't send BP. It's a what you call to cry, maybe a wooden crab, because the court now boom cool. Any power. Or no, you didn't call court, no, so I couldn't say, or no, so through lawyers, every in a plan. Send your bear and yes, a media trial, and yes, a crucifixion before you present the person before the law court. That is exactly what I told you did yesterday. Or more detailed facts about someone owed you once. Mika said, "My lawyer for Crampo said, Segan and Maracha said, what you do be? I'm calling. I've got one I agree. I guess I be a old Janefri Bravo. Onwa ni pem otu kwan akọ UK. Onwa ni pem oba. Na yakọ airport akọ kyerɛ ne sɛ obi ha sɛ ne a. Yabɔ no kwadu na kɔta ebua de kumfo. Na ɛka me akɔ sɛ o dwane afi atentene ne ho. Na yakɔ akɔ kyerɛ no. Onwa ni pem otu kwan ɛno aba. Abia to boahin Kwame NDC apenso na oye deputy signals bureau na on na ye deputy director oye civil servant wa rise through the ranks ya penso rise ya no be ye boss na mu etinye no kwa se na nado danko Akufo-Addo his excellency by na penso MPP apenso na abnedwan ebe ye adwuma e wo signals bureau NDC apenso no wo de data wa ye adwuma no from NDC apenso a na de bewura MPP apenso it is an impression na Attorney General critic to politicize the case is most unfortunate and unethical. Creating the impression say a MPP apenso and a pay by an MPP apenso and Nipano a your soy.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Kwame Openi I kind of want to say be a the business starter. Bluffit company on the fertilizer buyer, a very big company. We are being told that he is a majority shareholder. It is all now the fact to be any transfers can be to 1 year, the Kwanya, the Bahania, the Banapa, in Kuna also ever court to them. Then Kuna over the Gina media so and a worker. It is most unprofessional, especially coming from the leader of the bank, the Attorney General. Obia Attorney General fee said, what you have the additional? What you should. Well, an entity to say Attorney General by only media folding Gomapa. Only a setback one and a quadia. A court. I'm a court bua. I was studying them Tamaklu as a me. When the court said Ghana for your 70 million Ghana cedis be far, my means answers. A brown lawyer must look see you. I'm a court a bua. Say young fan court tree if he has it. While the man be a quite said of window until or 2 quiet papa. A person neck, a really try you. While the Attorney General by so, what is there only media for which I'm welcome once and go to property and get idea your boy. What that? Debbie. Would you giant on front of? I was saying, can show for to be summoned. Said I said them come up to a court and what is all no. What triple Ghana 17 million? Ah, what done you to come? You know. Attorney General. And she said that why because I'm a cat Attorney General or 1 month on our way. And she said, what you said, a bear in Mericua, and one Ghana, 18 hours so. Oh, I continue, mono. On my session, it's up on the other. Near you, brother. Ah, I know the old Attorney General and pay on your cover some crap. No, be a hope for quite will be unborn. No, she should move and pen pencil. Not one for our dance, dear no one cut any uncle down courtman. But media space about the cassette in the panel. It is most unfortunate. How the Uber to me, I'm my upper as an apostle, who say, Bia, Quabna, Dubai, and then a year. Your investigation bia efa we say eno anu oja wo go into details can say eno atabri sika we eno di free akwa eno ko bia council we eno di free eno di say it is most unprofessional and unethical, especially coming from that Attorney General. Coming from that Attorney General.
But ɛdeɛ na si kwan sɛ obrifu ɔman no ɛdeɛ ntia papa no mmara so no mu ɛne baabi a ɔma yɛ akɔ akɔduro.
Ɔno na meka sɛ asɛm from court o say who go into details. Sɛ ka wo deɛ kɔ court a ɛka asɛm foforo. Asɛm yi wo si nipa court asɛm ne bɛkɔ ka asɛm no. Court dɛm ne bɛkɔ ka asɛm no. Nti wo kyerɛ no a means a show for the year, Shabudia. O can't win some money. Let the end away. It's in the old and it's a person of Bonipana syndrome. So as I say, I make us any pay the honor of them. If they see NRI and now for doing Komokana and granting bill, which is also against independent human rights. Dana a constitution, it's
almost say a meaty bail conditions.
Okay, yes, sir. Nancy, I did not know my. Sir, I jump on a dome too. And your court number bail condition be out. On one bail condition, sir, time. Omuyano Munyasa, Daniel Munyas, because Omupese, Omo Edu Shokuntino. Omwa bail condition will be back. No munya ta Daniel mu abakase okra bail conditions no wuntimi emiti etiam ko so anfa wuntrim o wana ye ko ye hu obia ma sei ba bi oso oti nya hu ho ya nye sei na ade asan pese o wana wuntrim miti bail condition di anza mane na ho gena no ade o mo koye wo ade sinifi Command Governor Bangba. On my 3 a.m. Someone has search warrant. Search warrant you call ya 1 man in the pay copy. Search warrant to be answer Kwame. We should know anyone. It's a Ade Portia or Quackoshe. It's a Dumedia Portia or Quackoye. Search warrant and Chester Conacos will be a Japadu. And Chester Conaco to be able.
I know the almost a hard disk, no, and one Jacoya was yet discredited character. One misconduct in our Ghana Army, Munia in a dear Ghana Army. Or Ghana Army, the same Subai Makata. You may dear old Yamo, my home. Me say, sir, ye in a deal, see in a deal, said media what didn't say, and his capacity as I don't to the whole woman and master. The Kwame has any power working for a fee. Now, would you true? And the mamma, and the Akofio. No room on the bush for CCTV and the year no opinion. CCTV behind a man apparently Guasi. And the President Mahamat through the majority leader in Parliament at the patrol. I would say you. Because CCTV in PSS Japani. And the President Mahama, a part down of natural through the majority leader in Parliament, Honorable Mahama Ayega. Mahama Ayega, a war in Nasibedi Mo Kasano. Or say Defense Ministry, so Omunim operations no way. Interior Ministry, so Omunim Moshe. Make us say Interior Minister, or not a year oversight minister. On the oversight responsibility of national security, on this old Moshe. You give the money who said Japan and Apple. The majority leader. A general president to me, so a part Ghana for a child, I want my separate. It's only Coco's idea, no one so many Sabu watching the sunset, CCTV, the Sabi, you many must say, or come on 3 a.m. All control gate 5 a.m. I almost say 5 a.m. almost say men just to overpower
the security men are not move you. And no more power. Oh, book gate me. Almost say a diamond door now leading to the hall. Almost say boo me. I'm not penny on the cartons. Oh, be a door, no Tom was it. And will be here. Be a most to share them walk to the Tunyama, go yanum near the Adico 200 days. At that time, the 10,000, that time the jewelry, minimum, said now, come with you, said you. At time 10,000 Ghana cities. That was our time only, Mamino, gold jewelry, Binumi, idea, there was our time coy. We are walking no matter how far. The cars and line.
Okay.
Move on the cars, and I'm going to move among some quiet cars in there, some quiet cars in there. No more could jack cars next in 20, baby. I can't pray. I just said, on the funny cars, you would help you see baby coming. Then, Japan one way good gun and any more here. And go on penny anymore, 7 penny through the motor to the part so I'm a gunner for. It told me quite saying was any beauty among two. I had it. If you don't know for such now set warrant and the new found concourse, I did. The new found concourse come will be sick. The new found come will be jewelry. I want this actually the two say, oh, now we're installing back door, be home, baby. Wash and the air course one year, the other year, I'm on the day. Back door, baby. Back door, baby. Oh, who I said, I'm fast, I some little bit fool. They can't afford him. Because Nanka CCTV ni bet require more fast one would to trust them any giddy. Basa, you are no more you gate and then top and the crown fast one could so good gate many. I know you will feel them, but then in the idea of many more. It's the moment to quiet, have one more far. A deputy NSA.
Line no abriki bombardina me and Sam Canafe. Yes, I'm quite anymore. Okay, 101.7. So, any na yes, establish contact nafi. Ya running up. And come out war na ya koso na ya di afei ene yes sa can be ma nana ya running up.
Come a choir or faswa or omonium. And what's it? You are Attorney General. And on your way, you know. Sabi. Wow, officer was so warm, penny, I won't lawyer, my lawyer penny. No one media for anyone. A one I will be in cool, Milano, in Kola soccer ball court there, Mama. On a boom cool. Now you only open out at the key. And not any Bible will say, Ghana, security agencies maybe. Eka, a year, Galamsi, some let me tell me, Mustafa Bandi. Okawas and Barton say, only security for the Kamubi. If I was sitting and saying, defense minister, I guess, all quite operation be. Oh, Quacoyano, no security for no information of Galamsi for no, or could go Galamsi for Nino. Or one and was a move. Or one I can see at the Cochrane President Mahama. Or heads of security institutions mean, and they said, yes, something that may be now more bit to me. I can't Galamsi now, or one the good one and more for it. Asama Katachiko Kan, any Asama Mustafa Kan difference with you. Mostly a Muntino Objaqua exam say number the Kai Kisino, Achino Christian village in a certain Rambo town. At the national security, Moko Asma Musana say, I, that's all say national security for Umunim Galam say no one said, na boy, any investigation, and one you. and when you Kwame doing nothing to something. I said me.
Okay. Nana, any a mere no I say, Nafi, yes, say young Panson Famo.
Kwame, no one my baby.
Mr. Medasipa. Nana Bwachi Nana B, a national organizer of the new patriotic party near Nathan Komono, a fancy whom you Yamra, a year, Studio 2 and Afe, Yanka Ija and Susu in Sum.
Wafanti na yan shasi ya the chronicle de obokrata no enano pe ya de shasi tempo ni fraka se ziano bebia wonam bia no ye ni di nechi papa tempo ni fraka se ziano bebia wonam bia no ye ni di nechi papa nyasim kuma na enu ada senia minister ya wo sha atenten ye ho sem so my god mo Dr. Dominic Ayena wade tudwa eniem wo chima na so wo se economic and organized crime officer mpanifo aso wo se economic and organized crime officer mpanifo yankasa yewura Kwame dubu ahine yenyano ye jani wiese kenyan sanso enwa ne biom na ne boni awodi nyina no sebra na wo ye pani kwankyerefo director general edma national investigation bureau ya shase enfidie bi wo ma won kotom eye Israel company bi na wonto enfiri wo mo enche na efidie na ye ka ho asem no eye 7 million Ghana cedis $7 million eni sika won som se wode kwa kotom nanso empanifo kyerɛ so wo ma bokyire wabu akire ne wo hu se sasika no enya ditu nafe muntu abakese ende mu wo mba kyire mu ye enti woni se bo mo peso na wodi wo my Ghana sika wase kwa bia so sasika no wo be fi epie montene so nya de wo be jawo enti asema doctor ye no wo kanyina ne se sisi an NDC abanse betena so no under pressure Ghana fodo do na atwense se nia no wasi abu onkuro na afe wo ka wansam so mo ba ye be chi ni pegum no anya bia no ni adwuma won ba ye anas won ba betena so na afe wo de wonsa ahye wo de merfemo ye chese na no pe wo de atudwa achechemu Centrofo say wa shase yiwe company for enjad wo mu jani wiam wo mu nsanso endoa no enka ho na wo mu hwehwe wo mu kire se sasika na afo opani ne nsase am aye $7 million no properties ya waye wo krom ha da Ghana for esemoni sisi ya ka kire wo yesi ejapade de wato biankasa na mo amodwune se Ghana ha se no enye Ghana ha pe waye japade ni bi ewo amanfo amaso a ena no pay chronicle the workrata no wade mu nsem wade atudwa na woye no esi enkyenya dom kuma wo my Ghana mu aso bedefie ene wade atudwa kire se they no happy too much kra na nipa wo kasam eye mu aso bedwani ye wogina wade ma adesia wo afutu abato empasua so Alexander Kwame na afanya make no wose na de na atani general wo kire wo krom hai se ye ti krona se na ya pane Ghana mla ya dia mawo se tobu ase aban lo ye ni ye dwumaden na ahwede a woni pa wo tata no wo bon kro da bio se ansentrofo nhiem na wo to nsa fence entropho na wo kirekire mu no wo se anya bia ho ye court da mu ana eye kosa wo bisa no ensentropho na wo to nsa fra ye ena ane kwabere dubu ahene ena sika asabia fa ne nsa asem eye $7 million no se wo adasidie bia court da na wo se wo de ko yese bia wo gina kire na afem wo bon kro ade akire Ghana form enti opani akasa wo bu akire se yade bia enhwani enu adam en woto nsafa nsentropho a wodi wodwuma wo my Ghana mu aso be de fie en wo kire se kwanya sabe NDC abanfro wo my Ghana benya kese no wode tete MPP appointees no ede wo mo fast wo kire mu ese yade bia enhwani na ba kwa na atani general wo yie fi mu kura ne se wo se amanfo tie se kwabena dubu ahene ya so de peche no ene etietie ai Rambo style ena kese NDC ababetena so ni aka wo mu ani enhwehwe ni mu subanfo tantan wo mo da de bi ena yewu atani general se dabi se sansem wanyenti a wo kire mu e de a kire nsentropho ne se wanka ho asem a wani etiye enti ase yie wani so be kwa akokire mu no wo be kirem se ne wo siti ase fa enu ntini wo no ankasa to nsa e de frɛ Ghana nsentropho wo kire mu kwabena edubu ahne body wodim wo se adanse die krata nyina gu hono ma na me ya adum kopie mu court da mu a wobetimi agye mu se de beya enhwehwe mapa betimi akoso a eno no pay the chronicle de obokrata no wato ne buase na afi wode atudwa na ba ko ana na mede ensorry so enyim aye kratafa to so enso wogina so etwa wo so afa ya wo hwe my Ghanaian sasem ani from agudie wonsam so Emmanuel amakofi buamfo ni dia babetu oni mase na question ba ko pani wo pani wo bisa enti wo bisa se afi ye etwa mu ko ye 2024 excavators efidie mumuntum 6.2 billion Ghana cedis ya ye krefi amanfo amaso be pie mu my Ghana mu no was say excavators ya de ba ya da yi excavators no sabe enye pen drive agaganto lady mamwade ahye me purse mu e dia ba adwumem was ye krefi amanfo amaso e de be pie mu e wo my Ghana mu was we say wo betena so sa minister and wo sha ase se wo bu ekire sanse wo show my Ghana mu a de ka de se galamse tuo no was kwa na ekoso na wo bai se wontena se na anu se ni wonam atoema ntemo ase na sa abede yi and wo show se ne galamse no asese wo my Ghana na anu se kopie mu asante mantemo wase to de bi kra no wodu nsuo no ho na wo hwe galamse fo dwumedi a wo mu aye se dia wo mu asese yensa ase na inu apitu mache wo dwene ho a wonte ase so a wonwene ho na anu no wase da bi ni aye ne de kwa bia so a wose wotime bu akire ho no se galamse na wo mu eturo no excavators do sai eme pie mu okroma se wo bu akire no ho se 6.2 billion Ghana cedis enye Ghana how ye krefi amanfo amaso enye de bayem na nasema wo kanso wosre aba ni se en wonim se nipa dodo na kai NDC aba akra aba no mo hyeyebo se galamse ko ne de won bagye agine mu wase we won nko antebe nye ti se Ghana nsentwerofo ye bone to sa bombete ensem ye tibia ne hwehwe bia eni kwanse ye kwane a ohene unim se ko mi kuro samra boya ye tu galamse na waka no weja honom wase eni kwanse ye misa ye tinisa ye mbe pie mu ewo ni ministry honom ye mbo na manyese uko pie mu amemfi isim samra boy nkrase na asefo no wo ba kura evidence fa ka ho na kirekire mu ye enti wo mu tu gina ye anasem wo mu si anamo bia na afi wo mu hunu sampa kwa ye akwane sabio nyase ye de ense hunu akwane ye de ko ye nko ni gengen mu sa na mum ye kwa amfaso de no ye nsa betimi akam wase ebremu de forestry commission penifo guso a wo ye adwumadem wase na ano hwa ne ye ko so ya attack wo bia wo ye adwumam forestry commission officer na wo se sabi wonam koti kwa asom na wutu fom agudie wo koya hwese ne abranti ye sibamo no yese na menko ekade enka woti nananom ewonse dom na minister de sansem wo gina to dwabra wo to nsa friends central for nafim wo chiechire mo sem NDC abanfu wo my Ghana benwa kese no eko na wo mo sha wo galamse so far ne die wɔkyerɛ sɛ nyɛ betesa ti sɛ Ghana nsɛntwerɛfo yɛ bɔ ne chi edom ya enano Procurement de obokrata no wato ne boase akyerɛkyerɛ mu a wɔde eto Ghana fo enim
na delegate obokrata ne nie delegate obokrata fa eto so miensa wo ba mane esa na no yi ana MPP edi aban wo mo boya mane ese wo mo de keteke be fa wiem sky train beba Emma I'm paying for friends and preference mu bon woman yeska wo mde be yina wo mde tuga na ye na ko ba se na nado dan kwaku fo ado kan man panin ni MPP aban wo mu free amambo so no treni dia fanfam kra no ye so Emma na dia no kra fo twitwa dia yes scraps dia nam yemu ye tu ni yemu a ye hu na ye na ba fofo ba no se sky train wo ba yemu aso aban ka so wo ye ni scan we nya ya na se scan bai ena akodi nkrofo botom yankom no anka ne chief executive officer Edma Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund GIFF Solomon Asamoah perifo chemu se skana na anka de be yetrene be fa wiemu no emu $2 million ekodi no skana famra yetwintwan wo mu yene no wo ma yehwehwemu so a tubabam wo tupia afegan de nanka bokese tu mampamirike dwane na enuna Dominic Ayeni aban mi da democrat a wonu kro ya san so for ya tentere ne so enro ni de rubofo hia ya no obo mama ne se papa na dane o wadwane wode na nka bokase tu mampamrika dwane akwa kwhye Senegal na nse se tie bia no udwane nyame a wo chenase eye dan ense beso no mu mampeni John Dramani Mahama ena katafa to so miense wo daily guide obo kokono wo so bibia nyame ayi wadom ama Celestian fo amu baba beka no ewo na mambuom a wo wo na ban mu no ade afane galamse die mane ye otan mane ye obufu mane ye wenyi mane ye wetuade wo na ban mu na galamse onya tewe saudo won jimse class brass band oh mampeni say 1 second krawa wo betu ade so apamo alemute rice efi na ban mu nti wo ye kokobo enu wato le sono account de ma obi bia owo na ban na mambuom se galamse die e ma nipa ne men delegate bokrata no ena no person wa de ba ebi no
Ebusia telegraphic de bokrata na yede to aso ade amamo edubu ahene nsam da so asenti ye nsam so enkomo biom na emu ba ko ayeye fimu enie galamse hu sensam no akwa dawe egusu a ye ka ho asem a yenim se na anaso wo kene na betimi etu ase na nu na midi sa sofo nti galamse betimi etu ase okromade
anyame wo ho na ne na jawo akwa ti edwemu di asemi esiusi
bebisa abandada ne pension se ne se abandada no mfo na etu ana wo mo na egusu tu ana foforo ba
da bi sisi ade se wani abe na etu
badada na ho no wo mo so gusu tu
asa tio na no na me Reverend John ntin fojo edin komo en wo se bra MPP te so no en won deny se MPP fo no wo mo ka ho wo mo concession do so na sisi a wo mo aban ne kono wani etu NDC fo nya me ni protein sam a MP wode atudwa
boso me miensen
waso wo mo
a omo de atua
waso wo tupa
10 years no
waso wo mo wose NDC fo na ne time se wo mo so kra no mo ka ho
nana bigiri ze wa ye mo national duabo
as ye modua
ye modua se wo aba ko tunu wasuo bia mu se asuo na nkum
asuo no ho ne da so timu de
o se
ai sani wi ase ko nenim no ho ne da so tim ana ko commercial break
omo ye nwanwa kra
cause ensuo pa first no na ye ko gina ho ne ye di bodua na asefo na ensuo gina ho pa ne ye tu gala wo mu pa na wuntimi wo so ho nkeka ho ne ye beturi asɛ ya
free bra nkofo bi ko wi a Antoa Jewels na Antoa famra nhyɛ ne nsɛm nkunkum nipa om de ko police station ɛna mo sɛ
ebi ana no so go so ye investigations o say senior police for
wa fa ho fam ko bo police for amane
na ne
yes
me bisawo galamse ya yeye nana what is say ye bi wo voter region kro bi so
ebi wo ho no mo nya ntu
galamse ni nyanko enyanko voter region that's ramete
uza wo eniema bebere wo a enya nnu ho highway
robbery
ni ade no
anti ho woda uja
wo de opa
ko
efo ba yire ne kwam
because min kan use a method to water region
dabi sha
anti na na purchase wo mo da mo ntu o mo gate mu
o mo tum apa bebu ani
ai
okay
say yes akronfo akote kwam e ma passenger car e ba ya tutuo dia hey bra wo pese o tun nkwa na so
enya o tun nkwa na so ayi ye wo culture center ene director na o culture center no guy ba ko o winsa ti data ya na ahomete no e no say akwa we o winsa do da bia wie bia wabo se wa akọfa asema be hye bisapi atuane kana onkotene fie onkofie wase director we me different memo ha makom krom makwa yi different wi ase fe say that so wo ya say we dey kan asem bia na di agro na katua ne so amuntum ma no
wa wo bia na nka wo ye yi ne di no so osuro
akwagwa wu
was way in a day free when you want to go in a free as
I'll go you different years.
next time. Oh, quite some other go you baby. Every jumum. Sure. Nana, Galam minti be voter region crew. So
I think so. We raise your sample.
And say, Enco. Now, would to me consume.
sure.
What I beg you now, sir? 1 year, another switching a hole.
When you excavate any now,
Beg you now, sir.
Now, then, when I am running here, Juma, and I say, Bibina, he have you more.
More than so say.
Oh, because seeing is believing.
Konegoria.
Ko.
And I've got me to me more chrono.
Oh, that been you, bet me a small.
Send me panel conquer, and I am sure say,
Ah, Pepe.
okay, can you bad mum?
One of Beckham news.
One other girl. Cartoon.
And excavators, Nana, you to me too. That is my concern. 1 year bet to me at Tono.
Yeah, rent it.
You rent it, but me say any time no crime into me rent. Me be.
So the crazy kidma.
So rent ya this kabe twice ya na boa.
Yeah. Friday be basis.
I see.
Check a Friday. What to all you scare free, no what to hear free, no what to hear free. Nana mo miankwa.
Obusua daily graphic dey work out and you dey trust so at your mama truth and accuracy every day. Na no their party time fiesta everade nyame. 1 year no wo say Ghana Black Stars yentimi nse. Madagascar fonko wo team papa ben wo wa. E wo se krom ha se mo yam hyehyemo na Ghana ye ne Madagascar na amanfo bomb paye asofo e cartons la bros everade yan. Ah!
Hwɛ nanka ba asɔre ɛne sunsun sɔre ɛkɔ na ma ne behunu obi abɛhu so wɔte asɔre da mu bia nya ne yare yenti ankonya asɔre ba
ya ɛkɔ asɔre dia no ya linti ana
sɔre ɛne nanka ba asɔre ɛkɔ na ma ne behunu
over jai
ɔmo timi nyina sɛ nya ne yare ankonya asɔre ba
ɛne amanfo de ɔmo na tintim fam Misia Penny Baku anymore. Yen to me say a best say, Gaga craft flag will cry a best saying. And so, and ya, Michelle Sanya, your Brantiano Bobo. A black size is also my eye anymore. Because I didn't mean to us yet. Yanni tried before a new Madagascar, me and son. And so, Bakuna, as a woman called Moody, Grobisano.
Say you do before Fraba at all my boy.
Technical team no more 15 in Tiana.
That be Baku Boribia or Boa Tuado.
And you to add on your way.
Okay. Okay.
Ah! And you Otunya.
Okay.
That's all you say.
And I'm to be about one.
Yes, sir. Because senior World Cup where you need international. Baby, I am Conintino. Sir Black Stars, am I on see from your promo? America, Canada. Baby, I am Conintino.
Mexico, Chicago.
I won't put you. Okay,
what then?
And Uncle American Bazia, Uncle Sanchez near the amount. When you need to na ye bompaye ye support womo say ade bia beba ba hu chen wo wiem na min breaking bubu no ndwiri no mfa ye nkona ye next match ne ye da be
the date me bande me se dan
okay because you see I said table no so ye na ye da soro kono anti enu match na e course no ebusua de bokrata e de mu nsam de abahwe Thomas Partey o kama abrante na enu a woti ye nimpa wonye ni say ya manense sane na aseda wonko ni say ya man but next time ma Ade Akye Williams and start mame cause baby aye gina no ye ni abre Canada no ene America no bebre na dia compile bom amfa be ha ye pam na daily graphic do bokrata no e dia asem bi dia to job na waswafo ya wo show my Ghana Sika Samson Dr. Kessel Atoba Forsen wanne ni kire mu ewo my Ghana mra se bedefie akwahoma sika ye twa de abo my Ghana ho bra ewo afimu ato ne bo ase kama ekenkan ede kire yem ba ko wode tu dwa ne se wo hwe krom asem mantam du nsia ne titiw ne yenkurase nkurase no unse emayiwa no se bia busuamoni mu a bosum so na se wo konfikyiri a ha edene obi won ma sebie bratam amuasen sanitary pad se wonye sika akwakoto no edene edema na bushia na just imagine se wo ye batan na wo mani nyina se numu anasa miensa wo mu nyina ye ma na bosuma so na mienu ana miensa kra ye heavy flow fo na no sanitary pad ya be ehemu sai inti in a day no wabasisa no ho at least anopa best 10 mu honom heavy for no na wasasisa no ho eba be 2 awasisa ansa 6 wasasisa no ho ti eba me se abofra wontimi nko sukuu ne ma mi nya se sika ne se wo kwa akoto na aban bi betena so ka kire Ghana for se ema se bi ye konfikyira moja na eba na luxurious enti sanitary towels ne ye to kromase no luxurious to sanitary towels no eto a kire mu oduro enye di gu so enti yentimi nto na we working class wo ba kra na akoto sanitary pad na wo du wutirim cause ne boa ye dem wo pe quality one na abre ena dis aba so wa ye nhyehyɛ se ne be ya ye mmofra no oh ye betimi ama wo mu bie secondary school fo ne primary fo ye betimi ache bi kama ne ye dia momom na no ena minister ya wo hwe trade won sam so Elizabeth ofoso ajai wode atu dwa kyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛsɛ nyame ya adom a wani local businesses ahodo a wo my Ghana mu na beka bomu na afi wani eye sanitary pad wo krom ya na eja wo aye kwalabo na sanitary pads no wo matimi aye no wo machem e dia ma adesuafo mu ntoaso suku ene basic school de sanse we gina to dwabra wani AGI mpedi fo wo mu ehie mu na wo di enkomo wo ye nu si nche kopie mu katafe to so dumiensa soro hɔ no mu a asama minister ya wo hwe lands ne natural resources Emmanuel Amakofi bo a wode to dwa nyina na sem isi anankasa galamse ekone dia ban no wonka so ba bejai na anase wo kina na ade ne yeguso a ye kan yenim so wo mu a wo mu tu galane so wo mu te ene wo mu hye den tie si ye de ye adwuma so asem wo mu tie na efa bankum na akwa nifa na ede ho na akwa so dani o enti si anese wo mu goso a ye nhyehyɛ se nyame ya adom a ye ba besi court sa court no dwumadi ebedi nyina ne se galamse ekoso ne ye kokɔ yire wa pan so saa na special court no enye du kwa akogina emfa ho se wo ye China ni a wani akukọ ma se be koto ade akaja se wo ye Ghana ni Burkina Faso ni na sefo gina ye se ye so patch ya sa na minister wodi atudwa sa ne be ya no sa ne be ya ye bedi asam tentem so na afi ne yedi kopie mo court ahodo bi aka ye ba be fre wo yasam ya fre wo yasam ti galamse asam ba nya nani wo kina ene ye ba bedie wo se nyame ya adom hyehyɛ nyina agu akwan so na wo mu wi special court no eye galamse ho kope ene ye de be ko na no pem daily graphic de bokrata no wode mu nsam wode atudwa bra
na oba daily pro de bokrata mu na oba krata fa etoso enumu a Sam Nate George and a year so far we have a communication, digital, technology and innovation so. Wabaman yes say Uba Asayawa. I want Krabatapi Baku Air National Information Technology Agency. Wabaya Minister no yes say. Asayana Krabatina and Wokuma Kwakwe. Secure the account, Emra LPP Abani Economy. Na yenu anamo Kodru National Information Technology Agency. Oya wa account miske de mu wanwe no bi se bia wo so daye wasam nanim se wo bopitri no we scan bi wa sa pepepe na da account no so what how can this be sir my penny dada na na da kwaku fo do ni MPP aban wo ma bedi o man fi sia wotwe na wo mo kwa National Information Technology Agency sika wo mu jaka eto account mu no ebisa wo so nkum ya so boa sika da account ni 25 Ghana cedis pe 20 and 30 cedis 25 Ghana cedis minim se malata dwomo se kanesi dwoma na malam dwom anamalata ena se bia wo kwa 25 Ghana cedis no betumi de didwa aye duanya megusoni na edia menya 25 Ghana cedis ufi tata na akra fa uba ana yango e de akwa achimata kra yesen 25 Ghana cedis na aka account num ana Samuel not George say ntede na aban we wo mo etimodeza
my account na aka 25 cedis
National Information Technology Agency ewo Communication Ministry
scan them
25 Ghana na 25 cedis o
na sent me fa nko taifa
yi na se mo de koto
gobe
wache abre officer na ho na obeto wache say
obetimi enya wache 10 cedi abano gari ni macaroni 5 cedi na bia wape wole bi stubborn one bi 10 cedi dia kanasa
gari ni macaroni 5 cedis
obenya
side be
na wache ni nyede
enya ewo ga
ebuka etwa nkuso na zawaje obedi ajize bia choba na woman is ajize mu fetire wo banza na what ne de
mini songo choba no
oni songo choba no dize mu fetire wo banza na what ne de
na me ko gale na omo so kwa me kom kruda da mu wo to no ye fine wo down ha am smile fine wo top wo
na me dey shia
na ya ba bi shia
mu
e ba za na odini sa tu mo se in a professional way afidi ayede
as your fetire wo ba
la na me kwa ye gbe we me sa ba mo che me da se okay 101.7 so any lawyer Bernard Oredu a private legal practitioner na ye ne no twetwe enkomo law me mo ache
yeja papa ni mejo so pa
na wumpom boko de
o nyaminti me hoye na me sure bisa onso umpom tesen because you help
aha mimpom ye pa
me nyamiase ko so bojuma pa ma Ghana eni so ne wo ye
yes that's pa na wodi maba wo nchen a me hwe cases bi a akodi attorney general ho na enura wo ye presser na what be to dwa ebi wo kora no a okoya to the extent say oh sa case we kora no se nyame pene court ni edi a anya bia no obenya mfie sei omra no aba akora no ne ade a na mami fanfiri sei emra mu no the attorney general no we prosecutor
man senior okay no ewie no
because emra mu no the attorney general no we prosecutor
okay
we na baby a enu ana o kiremu e de a chancem trofo no ebi no adwen ye o mo se asam no kra nu court enti na say who di nipa na begina court of public opinion is in waiting say we di fokra dada wabua no kumfo ana wabua no fo e wo amansan anim emrem no etwa yie ana ntwa yie
yo me Kwame Nkrumah bi me ma chia we tie for in fact near anya you attorney general here no dear in Cheye in see a chiakra e wo mbem na ne ma le chiakra bebre any attorney general or no ankasa as a person e bobre e wo emremu Ghana has say ye ka o my yard wo mbema untumi enyini mfim enti se ono pa be ye say there eno ye no ngoma kaka because to be the minister sanye ni ye na o ye no ntwa yi a eso ono ne hu enti ubisamia make us ntwa yi because one more discussions of as to whether say yenti minister of justice in free attorney general position on a sound started because unye abalo ya keke una Ghana nyina so hwe atentene ne so na eni Ghana mi bia obisia yera adubo ahe no ebia ne odi ache ne kra ne obedi di natem anase no be fe ne comfort enam press conference eni nsema waka ewo press conference ni nti ono no wa ma na atentene ne if you say yintie na sem there's one sem na sem ade abeto abontwin remember Prophet because what prejudices so many people's minds against him and no ya atentene and so ye me pom no una wo ye wo hwe atentene so ye redu boy ho ye Ghana ni say nsema obeken ye no kro say nye no kro and am sansen kan so ebetimi na concern bebre mu omo bedi na tem bedi na tem ebi mbo betimi assign na busuafo ebi betimi assign na ye busuafo ebetimi assign na so eko ebetimi assign nyoma bebre a hoye and so now una wo hwe atentene so entianu mpo keke no wa ma na tentene ne enu nti na nkofo bebre lawyer for bebre start kase ni eji ye sa nye sapa Inti Adumia has a separation of the office of the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice and also because we are Minister of Justice attention in war. Now be answer this every say your man attention and it was a bad precedent if you ask me.
Now Obi baby say Ebia Eniema what gather as evidence or they court no is so weighty enough to come to that conclusion says Kianiki say that the court will arrive at because what can in fear court bet me a prescribe a man as penalties.
You are from your Hokran as some say. We are learned, Matthew Watcher, is a senior learned no. Dana with chief on so learned. You are Minchurch in Semukaka. There is Susa Weddy Bonnie and I would dream be or many more. Near the kind of your young Shimufa. I buy young Shimufa when I saw suspect. They are both suspect to say, Wako ye see, and you go sue Eshim. There is some you, not a no cresse, Yishimu, a coyer sending that you suna. Nedo ako dina senibia na ya bo charges ya bo kweju and once the suspect abe accused inti we accused na na di wasam wie na se kwadubo for any canon sem or the nisem na be guy judge otemuafo na so otemuafo no hwe say ne kwadubo no abeka no ene ni odisi akire evidence no edimu a na ya convict you inti hono abe convict so again say ese uko kuku aban kukum ana prisoner 90 or more prison sentence or what be a prisoner. It is a whole process. But you are coming. You do quarter. You both do not near bit out say. Who did bim and also would for. So what can we be ma? Let's just say near Quadubo for the kind in to say no crack. Ain't you know what because any idea Quadubo for as some are working in no you raise a no crack. Ain't it true? Didn't say no crack. But the Attorney General, a year no, and I have to say, on one did this and on one can no correct. One ma, you were doing an opportunity to say, when you send your court, the man is our opportunity. No, I'm on board can say, a jail term of 25 years. A kayak of him say, any plea bargain, it's a bear, or the normally be found, and also the woman, a bit to me at a citizen here, as always. I'm on one book can say, the Oyas idea, say anything, may. I just say, you are Attorney General, it's Simonu, or Bonu Quaid was and one for.
Papa, Mamma Sadie, and your man now walk a plea bargaining. And what bra young fanning court evidence a Kwanwa Attorney General, Ekutano, Mrami Bagaza untested evidence, a number.
Of course, definitely, because evidence would have to be taken through fire. Because lawyers will know and share Kwa say, when I'm a to my lord, you too. You're very because examination. You're the better than yes, so I perceive and we say, as some way now can sign on in so. And it's a trust signing in a see how can play back and he said, when if I couldn't do so with the 40, Omralianka, Nasa, switching as I want to say 25 years, I ain't 10 years. No, at the court anymore. Now, me as a lawyer, any
prosecution is
the judiciary has been in the media for some time now, and the Ghana for can say no more can say. But we are Attorney General now, can say, bedroom, Emma Ghana for na drink Kwame Nkrumah say, you Papa do the Pabonini. Not that you be our court. Now, the lawyer for any also a court. Not a mouth on the dream say, you read the boy in Hokojia. Now, if you are found by media, no, you can say the judiciary only corrupt. In this way, we're putting a lot of pressure on the judiciary. Judge Bia, everybody being said, obedience to me. Ghana for better national, companies obedience to me. In the same way, I'm not even the judiciary, I am tempted, and I would say, we're putting some kind of pressure on them because we're creating public sentiment against a Dubois. From the medical, I say, 10 years and kind of call a true Attorney General press conference. I shall go and be Shanimpa, one dinner suma, obedient at them. Because you only saw your comfort, you only saw your dream, and I'm sa press conference. Now, to send a message to my copy, Mrs. Sianumpo, or not accused yet, or your suspect, because you're far quite to be a mono. Now, so we Darino with such press conference. Now, so we Minister of Justice here. None a Dubois own not justice from you. In this hour, Debiana, as a Dumna, as a Ghana, we are very learned. Situation way, a good situation, I think practice our conversation, if you say, yeah, sure, so you're called to both for our Attorney General. on one yes, family attention in no, because this is a clear case of what bunu phone calls on ordinary court.
It's because the na me be busa ba ko no say plea bargaining eba wo breben eba wo bra abedi court nanimu na evidence awo nyina no it has been admitted by the court na wo magye atum na bia wono su nipa no so no abebo ni nkuro wo bebo ni nkuro wieye no na afa hu se bia nkuro no abo no nkuro no bo ni wieye no afa na e bia modi this beba as a mitigating say okay sa na tie dia wudi we ba kura no a eno no unfie ne bete so eno kura no nya judge na SOS adwuma no
at any process nibia that right of plea bargain you can bring it up and you say impo kwadubo for no the charges bo na wa ni wa lawyer for kotena say na wo dwen say baby adu die yeni anu yi yenko ne ndom kotena say emrama ho kwan even time require investigations no and some about show statement na wa wo hwe enyoma ba ko mienu bi na wo hwe ne nkoya o statement ni probably na show me say oh you would go for that particular offer until you need any particular time obetimi arrest but na attorney general na actually say adiene de wo hwa wa ye nti o meye sa eno na ye lawyer for ne ye actually lawyer for encourage you na kasa yewura enso say wotumi kasa because Kwame what's now Nkrumah Tikese there have been so many cases you born say born de court Uncle Siaga now you are bringing up the judiciary against public sentiment because any 39 million Ghana cedis a year bridge on Nkrumah Tikese a year number the bridge Ghana it is a Ghana you be a dream say akodi bako for bottom then you are attorney general bet rima what you are kind of an so it being so Obevi okwadubo ebi nso obevi court process ni na nentisa obesan be press conference you maka che Ghana for say oh sikana wo kan no enye no kre na onioma bi tisi ebedu wono na ne be ye edubo an na ye no ye be kafa no kafa no enu nti na mimi susu say it's such a bad precedent it's something that should not be encouraged at all
sir bibi baseya wo mine any the judiciary no enu akwa no wasai kan bibi kura chere honorable Afenyo Markin say he should know that he is the head of the bar and no na ebem say
well honestly
obi aso nja we head
nyina ma tumi bedi omunsa no eso muti ase say oman nyina na akikire sa tumi no ede amawom enti anytime bi atumi ba bedi unsa no e ma we mfi say to me who used to me for and on behalf of the people of Ghana. And to be someone say, what decision and our person we and our boss the muka and now I dear the court ye amado donina. The Koyasa wow now person will show say who now your Gandia. Then the way institution let's in change and I'll say they would do Nipeduano a institutional. But you see a layer to the Bianco for Obama ban those strong institutions and not strong men. Position no crowd and a bit in a flow. And you should follow the institutional arrangement instead of your personal interest or personal circumstances. Intermediate is to say, a bit to me as an answer. It's more cassa to say, or no quan a bit in Ibia. Into Attorney General's office, no, and one crabata be brave or prosecution in your state. Into your woman, now the fudging. Yeah, say only a mondano. Into no mondano, and then chasing nothing now. Into yeah, bring up to me a free amount for no. You who say amount for not to me no, at their science. And see, Yanko Bomley and Casemono, it should reflect that position.
I see. Papa, and yet, my no was a pan by say, yeah, king. Yes, only Papa Nini, they are still in the custody of the NIB. Now, I don't know, maybe we say 48 hours in a term.
Bura, I don't put a young one more year attorney general. Obey a press conference, and my say investigation is still ongoing. This investigation is still ongoing, and until now, the Kusu Chrome, a bank kuma, then the Maukas will be for. A person you should muna oye in a crowd, and Manama home crisis a 1 year you should more. Nipan obet me a keepino. But Mana also said, the 1 year you should move, nothing Nipan was so keeping the beer, and so said 48 hours. The open here with Jomudia and then your court, now court order. Now, oh, and you should my ye, into your best and court to my order, near funny ship. when you're winning, all comes about plea bargain. It is say, I'm sure, say, me say, Attorney General, in Animino, Obama 48, no, upper home, and I say, better to start right of liberty in terms of arrest, no better to say. If you should be. Or so Hiano, their courts, the Bemana Konya say, the main way they attract, in the say, ye do so the nebeshim and now some finishing a court nebeka. Now so Rebecca winning now 48 hours Michoma. Then we come back to my initial position say so I'm past a minister of justice now.
A brand a betchery, a brand a betchery. Lord, my men now was named Senior Pamfamau.
Miss Medas, you are.
Miss Medas, a lawyer Bernard Ousu, a private legal practitioner. And then no, I think okay 101.7. So in here now, Nana, Emrao, do baby, who bet me a tip here, who bet me a court. Nipa me when you're some. We dear the pa, but we near dance here. The original way, we went any more to say a trunk one, but. Or one crata, or they tie a tron work at it.
Okay,
maybe assassin by example.
0.7.
O will be a only papa bitina, you was sumono. Na a assassin or my bobo kiosk bit so. No, Semenana, a dear Wayama me the mount. Na de mede ma wo ne se me de asasi emma nti ode ma no wieye no na ofre nipa mienu no mbedi ho adanse na mtu so nsa na papa na wuko wo mo ebedi adanse no so no wo mo so awu wa obi aba se baba na oti asase no so yede was asuma si na meme som no fie be aduasan ni e na ode ma amenom ne ade was say asuma si na wo kana sem a wo so ode ma wo me pam chew me pepesi ni me nam kan so won tena asase no so ma e na me ne san ye me hu da ye ko to ampa onko ye search for land. When you will be a man back dating near my command. Oh, ye bibia. Once a crown, one yet. You will be a funny deed of gift. Obi chawa dea. Fakom rem. Ma emra abain ni nwa dansie. Na yen gazette. Enkwa mrem se what the idea we ya chemi e da say it is all kofa gazette mu a ya gazette achede no e de amaw e wo mrem no asa ye deed of gift no e de aka ho yes sir yate oba no woni be ma na twempran no e no atoka e de amawo wansisa en wadwamu abemfie be emienu ena empratwe ni mu atete emotete ya
ojine ka wo so fama
ka ni siwa o mo obi ekofa safo afofra ba betuka
how say
ka no de na kire se ye odia
edi na wan krata so ye wan de
register you
ka no wan register e odin mu wanye transfer
ene se we na aboka ni ko na aboka
wa mu aboka
na him akati esi so
actually 2 years anye he
what twidi 2 years
we twika ni 2 years
sa ne de watwe nu aye wo so de atewa ya se
wate de
101.7
na no wate de atika no
tisi amene sofo chama dia wasa me de ko aban ho ye de ko nkratem
wa ne ma me de beche de hia aban nkrata
commissioner for oaths
na de am de beche de hia aban nkrata
de na de beche no
ne bo nye de me ba beje
ti said ye
oze
ti said ye
e bia anopa bia meto wa chama no ni ade
and they say I'm from concrete
enti ubetimi akọ court no ma bo deed of gift no oba no assign
se ma tell wachi
dem nye wachi
no
bia wachi 2-bedroom apartment
hey what's it
ye mu nyansa kra na o
nana yesu se be ye bi o oh nana asam no aka na nkom no wa se ne za no
na why deed of gift no e de ato ama nipa e de adanse e wo aban mu
okay
ubetimi a we deed of gift ni kura wie no opa gazette dan deed of gift no wo ye krata so no sa kọ ne kọ gazette ba bi e gazette no wo be kọ freedom press ho no on be ya mam nti gazette no on be mamu nyina be twero no masan nti se ofa gazette na that day no a ode ma awo no events a esi wo that day no nyina wo he gazette no abehu even lotto number woni say lotto number bi a ye bubo bi a gazette share one gazette a wo say obi ni wo be court say eda we di lotto na number ni say na every lotto number bi a ye
gazette
every day bia na every time you
every day bia babo bia no wo ma akọ gazette eti so fa gazette a wo ba hu no mu se eda we mu ye wedding eda we asem we si aya gazette eda we wo ba hu no lotto number se bo wo fa gazette bia ho yes enti ni ato aba wia yes ye gazette eno no tese ya gazette obi abetia kafif gabia adi
abom
nti this electoral commission ko gazette
ne dia to
parliamentary elections ni nyina ye be gazette ni nyina
assembly man vote ni
nyina ye be gazette de bi wa mfa nkọ court so okra na awe ni ye ne ya mfa ma wo ene ko ene ba
wow
I see ina nipa
mama fa yo me fa reverend intim fojo na menini ni enkomo honorable reverend intim fojo ye MP for Ascent South former deputy minister for education ye ni twin komo honorable me mo ache
over my thing
ye buro na ti sen
me pa cho nyame adom me ho ye pa na nso e
bibia bokọ pa
na me ni aba ho fe matene ne wo ho
gangan to
ohene na manso matene ne wo ho
ai Isaac me obi ajoso na de esiye ewo Kumase eja ehye ahye japade no ne ade mu ye hu se regional minister Dr. Mwakonwini woni fire service PRO for enya altercations bi ememu kwa na yatese yese odabre watwera komo mo se wo transfer wo ne ade a na nkomo yi yese wote ye no anya wode na wo nkyiremu bi a ana nkomo bi a pese odi fa ho mamenti o
yo fa odi me da se ma atifo nyina ate penifo tie nyina mchia obi a na dikan enuanom agadifo a
la yi ha adwene mama fa we mfempa cho endpoint wo particle Dr. Dubuati ni wonam ba bi na ye wo ya waposo wachi bremo e spine hepatitis A and B me pa cho to me kabra endpoint homeopathic clinic na oba ne be ma monwo mo ba endpoint homeopathic clinic pa cho be sam yare amana afri ho be ma wo de bo ani anu agye mu premature ejaculation yare me pa cho wo ulcer wo ani yare problem be a woman diabetes epilepsy ni tware de ade ni na no fabra Dr. Dubuating endpoint homeopathic clinic na onsa yare mfamfiri ho emfanko emma honton na mpacho tieni wo ba o de afidie siw so afidie na kire ba bia problem wo afidie betwa duro de amawo onu ma ne ko obi mfa ne yare ma endpoint homeopathic clinic nsafa yare na sansa na chi enkokwa na wo bedru endpoint homeopathic clinic ya doctor wade afidie ni nyina siw so ho ba bia problem no wo no na afidie na twaduro e de amawo wonuma na ekọ eduro no so homeopathy no any side effect and cell organs no ne ade hyɛne so End Point Homeopathic Clinic or Spinters Road share signboard Accra. We'll be able to come to do a for Wajan Shako straight to Poggy Gardens for listen to the clinic. Kumasi branch Kronma Bohia Angel Education School na chipe Takrade branch or Wanaji Anaji Police Station na chipe will be able to blue techiman hey insa. End Point Homeopathic Clinic homeopathy no and na yaresa and na wobeje na ɔse memfa number yi ma wo ɔno a ne kuta phone no frɛ no wama mo 30 minutes ansan wo consulting room gye number no ne frɛ doctor Cecilia 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 End Point Homeopathy Clinic. Ona baba. Ona mesamu akwaba.
Yani ofa. So that na notice wa line to call na msimi kan no. Maybe yako kesi de ma ejadefo a wo stores ni ade ehye ewo dum ewo dumase konwo dumase ene techima sanso kantamantofo ene bia ejabia ehye bia no de sayako ema wo are ho pa se wo be sorry yanka bia nsem na ejato all your investment your hard work nyina ase no dwerebe na bia nso no the National Fire Service fui bom ho modene pa na ofa ekrum ha se jumakuo bi wo ha o mamu no nyina no sebe de pen ye ka kire wom na yeni nso adwuma wo mo eya na da bia no ya accuse wo mo wrongly a fire service for ofa enti sa o enye wo mo pe ene se ejebeto ba bi ne be friends wo ko no obedru ho no na eja no asia wi because fountain na no by the time obe page a obedru ho no kwanyanka settlement ya plan which akwan ato we fa mantemuni link road ni obe ko na kwabrane de so akosi ho na kwabrane abona pata ho eno to ne dame obe ko na obi kura si dan ho enti by the time obe kwa ko wan a obedru ho na de bi sia wi e de ho so mo no bo ebi kura mpo no obedru fire service ho no obedru fire scene ho no ensia ewo fire tender ni mo no service bia so the volume no tie no o pompo e digu jane so actually so 5 minutes yes ensuo no sa entino ensia in plan no yes sisa to so ebeboa ama fire service for atumi e de adum jano e hydrant a e say water works for na e o Mercedes wo be install water hydrant and maintaining no am ensuo awom at all times entino the fire service for the whole feed ni dru ha so o pompo de na be 2-3 minutes man sapa na wako plug the nearest hydrant now I plug from that na ne watumi ne 30 minutes 1 hour 3 hours ko na ne ojina so a all body go ejane so but empempi na no Ghana water works for womo je eto a water bill bi abetua bi ahesu yi abe 1% bi was so no water hydrant bill
Okay.
and you know one of the just to na one mom na e wo Mercedes say one be install water hydrant high risk areas ejomu na factories na residential na other places normal maintaining no but one anyi wo adwuma na say fire service for ni kodu na ensuo ni anasa nya accessible na the blame ni nyina akwa akugu fire service for so me no ka say oduma say fire incident a see or explosion a see ho fire service for the America could do one more to say Janeswa and leave 20 minutes. So not dynamite, this is still be more. Tim Maya, a temporary home so a dear bra at that hospital of Yomodanya, Minoka say, or more to Moka, or to people quiet you. These are the kind of risk a fire service for FM. Even who correct me FM any Jano SA. I must have been if you cry. Oh, that is the kind of risk fire service for a take the money. Anything else a breso na so bibi say si no omo ba na so ye politician enti de ope e na abeka kire no a se bia ye bibi ato nche kura na regional minister no empenifo na no oni omo kasa ba heart no se bia some of them can give birth to him enti se ne wa ba na se abana peja aba ba ye regional minister na so no so ye na djuma nya botre na te na djuma na se na constraints e wo mu no ubetumi ayi bibia ye boa no na ontumi enfa enye na djuma no yie dan se bia ube kasa rough from atre no video no me share video pa ne se the whole regional minister obia ya peja wa ye opani na woda Ashanti region, one of the greatest regions in the whole country. Now that no, na service one fire services for AD and Baba, Kaki can send beach one, na and yes a cry, Na nini actually.
Honorable, what be say? Be a per brief in a minister no sunya ye no, and the man to me react sir.
But
was a fire service for the apology letter ba.
Offer so we need penny asemo penny did offer no fire service or no a public servant and no money a regional minister as this the original regional fire commander ne crown or regional minister of PRO and fire officer and so wakwa from a regional minister you offer apology ko or the back but my sister apology ne crown ko nyina crown one apology naturally I'm in order Abbas one transfer officers maybe a big crisis and maybe I'm taking that case up as a ranking for defense and interior. Yan Traho Emma Service Mura na already no Axia from fire service for S1. Yes, I'm a drama by politicians about the Linguam. I intimidate them now by the ego of a political appointee. No. Obi awaye juma be 20 years, 15 years, 10 years of their lives or their sacrifice or buy no politicians be sorry and oba be ile wabran from so be amaye. We will take interest in protecting those fire service personnel Asante region. Yeah, ma kwan unfair transfers be amaso. Yeah, ma kwan unfair termination be amaso because omo professionals omo omo we are politicians. The best thing you can do is say Ube Bibi Ade Akye Abia. Say the whole Ghana and women come MPP come and but it is a dispassionate conversation. Let's see the policies to change here have it because the whole Ghana say a jato baby na say abansoro swa fire tenders are a bit to me aqua heights bare 5 floors are fight me and something the whole Ghana baku kumase near something of the whole Ghana until you are sika allocated 2.7 billion Akoma government machinery there. Not to say sika why between your BDM fire service full. And the into a fire service for the one more location they be a demand service taking change. Offer a budget for the past 15 years. It doesn't matter which president was in power or which party was in power. Now a dispassionate analysis of allocations are yeah, I buy no upon my body upon it, my fire service for. And this is a public safety. BBC, any
probably can say, fire service for say, Jato baby. One more mujin, one major party, she and one can be against you, more amantem, Munsiasa, in Sina Mudiba and a crown. Obi kwase wo mtimi said that no the occasions said diagum say be me jana shenam so asem we nina etika minister ne ba ye no at least in say bibi kura nko yi a na se ko be hwe wo nkuran esensa ana meboa
offer pepe as a leader no won po na se be enfumso bi mpo e ba ya se be kan won se enye san fumso no e na start ja no e ja no de se dum so na start ye enti wo frustration bi a enye fan service for no ni wo na ye adwuma o ECG enye wo na service bi a ko ye pepe dum so ma ja ne ko to mu enti ko mo mpo de ese onya botre na po mo ase e na me kire mu mpo se ensuo no se tank no tender no eso san kura na omunya beduru ho a by 5 minutes and so no better. 5 minutes, omu 3 minutes and so no better. And you know, so fire hydrant, no, and so no asa omo. And no, fire service for no, a problem. It has nothing to do with the fire service personnel. I think our regional minister, no, and say Kanya was a so. Not like Omo how be a Omo catch it. And yet, TikTok so, and they come and see so, and about that yet, you will go or be papaso, near who say we were Juma. Because it is not their fault. If a review be not the officer be acted unprofessionally, and also you are so sure, you need to be professional, one more code of conduct, one the never fast. But it is not you, the regional minister, and that's the Obesa. Sent be some time ago, me money for some reason. Giddy, I'm ready. Intimacy, when you are buying position, now being a minister, regional minister, and for personal, and fine when you will be also in the Juma, and yes, because fire service for almost February, they are struggling. Budgetary allocation, the Mamono is no can say, it means rapid intervention vehicles, and no offer as a pickup. And you know, just of a beer and Tempark and they say to me to be brave, the good system name. And think just of a beer, and son like a Siano, a be maneuver, because I do all crack, Kevin will be tranquil to be. But be crowd or what, you see, Quino. And the maneuver and they cry a problem. And by the time kese ne kura bedu ho ne jana sevi enti senka yetumi bo makọ ma yi ato sa mfidie rapid intervention vehicles ya ma wo mo within a short time no market bia bi bebe no ba bia high risk area bia nka bi bebe ho nanka no dey or not between the fa ho a o pump be 3 minutes aside ya wa collect it to fire hydrant no that is if water works before will also be called out to say womo energy at one womo yo masade NCC fire hydrant wo miamia baby say CBA NCC and won install it into okoya na akọ progo by the time akese ne beba no na womo edika to access wa ye adwuma eno kura edanten ya petiman die ya ye ka ho asem video bi abetodwa sa fire hydrant kura na wo no for over 50 years Kwabrane akwakosi store esiso the concrete guso the tile asam so obi ampo hu so fire hydrant wo and for 50 years yenya DC bia for 50 years yenya regional minister bia so enforcement no was say ye near the boa MMDCs wo mafam de ombeye so and various local government for wo mafam de so moye water works for also Ghana Water Company and so a woman responsibility. Obia a year na famudie, not town and country planning for and so a year resettlement ye near for so ye kumi trimuse, but be our own day permit no, and this all the darkusio, would you see not so be a baby bubuna and can't change the honorable Wabuni met 20 out and the obey demolishing a met 20 out, some met 20 out. 2 now ya weaponize ya they threatening politicians no and also count and enforcement link to me adwuma but we nyina not say we original minister na the whole blame so the way we are no now they will blame about the fire service officer. You have not been fair to them. No, you have not been fair to them at all. And unti you are resource fire service for there should be a public awareness ebema ye man for active fire service for adwuma na see na ye hu pepe so betumi aboaye ya te omo hawo na se na ya boa wo kwam bia betumi aboa wo so se ya ekromu ha abai na me di kan asre ne se on take the initiative and allocate budgetary expenditure ebeboa ama aho no apeja abai ye na afemu de na ye twen so be peja mu philanthropists so sebe ya me atu nsemu a yeni madoya akromu a escafo no bitumi ye yes sir wo mo se wọ́n fún wọn ní so ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fan service maye ẹ̀sán sẹ ẹja no ẹnu sikani ní ẹnim hìẹ́ ni ẹ̀ntì no so ẹja tó baabi a the same service yà ẹ̀na ẹ̀bẹ̀ fall on them na yẹ kan kura na ẹ̀mẹ̀ da ẹ̀sọ́n sẹ̀ nkọ̀ ẹ̀kyẹ́ bi no wọ́n kì í tumi ẹ̀nya helicopter a ẹ̀nọ no chemical powder yìí bi ewu mu a eja eto eso ba bi a height no wa the hydraulic platform fatten the entmin ra eno anaka apija ne ntaba mu na ne papa na akosi soro na ne we jai chemicals eguso na edum eno no enfa ho se bia electrical fire ana class A fire bia normal combustible ana say class B fire and no explosives near the highly inflammable no eja eguso anu abejojo MTS pa okay when you are the between famwa media phone so yes we should be on the side of fire service na yentumi emma wo adwuma na wo ye no enye positive ebra me share video ofa na o kasadi tu uni akuma regional minister nefo manage pa start the journalist bia we must speak truth to power ni say ebri bia na wo ye bibi na be entwa yi a ebe kum na wo atoase innocent public servant so enti no fa me kura no abre wo ho aka enyina speaker of parliament I refer at the ama defense and interior committee in local government committee say yen kambo ni enye investigation because the bill say e jana kura dum so na course ye the bill say enye dum so the bill say baby ko obi e kutwa jatu obi no say obi aduane bi a ono an jana cars ye no hye obi no say electrical for ni nyina no yen komu nenye investigation for report ma but nyina mu so no ekrom ha de yenim say aban no ye aban a owotema say atorentem bi sa esi nkrunkru bi so a in different ways a yenim emwa aban de koboa wom hwe na no apiete explosion si wa wipe the entire community no aban edianim 2023 no emma aboafo hodo so ka hom ye de emwa koi is yesi ekro no fofo fatefe emo bia nya ba bia da enya the livelihood sabe pepe ebra ya nka bi inse mu a akosomo dam spillage spilling over efa dodo na fie no omafuo ni ade ewo akosomo ene from man to mo yi 2025 budget e beto dwai aban atumi apeja 242 million say yen kam enfanko omomoa the victims of akosomo dam spillage yen fanko boa na so obi hwere ni fie obi hwere na fu ni ade a ana ne store bia ye dia ma no sanso ena na nsenya epuya eyiri fa so e oketa ketu south no money adi e from man to win so aban e budget mu wa pega 200 million cedis aban sika yentam ne fanko boa ye dianu wi I walk to south to Pantemu ho na ye fancy bibia asay enti no me force say a good allocation yes and they boa ye dianu e from Mantemu and much the same spirit no me say one year won so ho aka explosion asi kono hu oduma say eja ato edum ase over 6,000 were traders womo so be trading ase womo properties and the thought team yan kan any cantaman to the SCC ye also yan kai won say Ghana for the same way ya vote to a total of over 425 million say yan fam more from Mantem victims are down spillage in tidal waves no ha won yan fam more won so ye the move for cross umpo ka ho another 250 million po and ye dey Asante region say do market for most money na mo fancy mo market yenye redesign yenye settlement obi ne investment afie only we say obrase kono odumase for mo so a timaya o dynamite etopete ha so ese mo dan oni ese mu ye ni ade mo so money na ye fancy si gano ene stores no ene baby e kan ye dia ene tetima market ene kantamanto ini anu ma won so ho kan ye yen kai wom so yen kai wom in match the same president ya set no eno ye me advocacy kese pa so won nyina so Ghana for enti no me bo aban na baso so watimi e vote 425 million say yen fa mo ye ni anu from Mantem won e o mo kan ye me fa so pa Enuntino, may say equally deserving are the people of Odumase, the people of Edum, the people of Techiman, and the people of Kantamanto. na yɛmmoa wɔn nso na mmom yɛka no nyinaa bɔ mu wie a ɛnɛ yi mmoa bɛba nanso mmoa no akyire no ɛwɔ sɛ wɔn nso woyɛ dwadini a wosiesie wɔ akate na making sure sɛ fire extinguisher ɛne regulation bi a ɛsɛ wodi soɔ no watumi adi so na no aboa ma insurance company no ɛba na ɔbɛyɛ inspection wɔ hɔ a ayɛ attract ama no amana atumi ama insurance because ɛnɛ yi yɛba bɛfight ama mo ɛma ban atumi aboa mo but sɛ ɔkyena bi no mo anya mmoa a na biribi foforɔ si a insurance wɔ hɔ a sɛbe mado da sum no aso na biribi si a insurance no bɛba aba bɛboa wo a restore to wo store no sɛdeɛ tie saa na baabi a yɛyɛ no ɛnti no yɛn nso dwadifoɔ yɛmfa saa yi ne ɛnto yɛn ho so na yɛmmoa ɛnsiesie yɛ stores no yie na yɛmfa yɛn ho nhyɛ insurance mu ɛnyɛ kakasie biara ne yɛbɛbɔ ade atɔ insurance afiesie obiara wabɔ ka asi ofie kakrakaa ɛnso kakra bi a wobɛkɔ akɔtua ɛde ayɛ insurance no na obiara bu n'ani agu so nanso biribi si a na afei wahu sɛ saa wayɛ wo ho enti mmɛmfa insurance ni agorɔ koraa adwadifoɔ home owners factory owners ne ade nyinaa na no insurance ne so bɛmu a wɔn bɛboa yɛ fire service fɔ nso wɔ ho wokɔ a wɔn bɛboa wo ɛma installation bi ɛsɛ woyɛ no watumi ayɛ ɛma ɔkyena bi na bibi ni a watumi anya mmoa
Miwa mame na ɔsɛ no pɛ yi
dɛmi nhyira wo fa me akɔnya de ama me
wɔnhyira wo paa Honorable Reverend Intim Fojuo MP for Asin South wɔyɛ former deputy education minister ɛne ɛna atwe nkɔmɔ okay 101.7 so ni ɛnura yɛyɛ interview na yɛne Honorable Reverend Intim Fojuo kora twetwe nkɔmɔ ɛna ɔkɔbɔ ɛyɛ Herald the Bokrata ɛyɛ miakasa minia Larry Dogbe ne Herald the Bokrata sɛ asɛm bi a watwerɛ no wɔ hɔ na mamenkenkan na manye miskoti ɔse CDS others defied Interior Ministry in armored Lexus car smuggling scandal.
Okay.
Na eno kura no sɛ wokɔ on the internet na Star Story na nkasa nso ɛwɔ ha ɛma wɔkan ho asɛm na yɛse obi nsi tworo dodo matoa yɛne akasa yɛnua Larry Dogbe na otwam ɛnam sɛ wedi ɛtena se na asɛm yɛnkyerɛ mu pa Larry memoje
Kwame Mejo so. Bibi aboko.
Boko na also.
Charlie.
Roddy.
The last time I saw you
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
Hold the SSA could be more.
Charlie. Anytime. We are ready. I don't afraid. So it's a very beautiful country.
A very beautiful country.
Yeah, very, very beautiful.
Very beautiful country.
Very beautiful.
Hey.
Yeah, well advanced.
Yes.
Yes. But you can't military once them. When them say Ghana Armed Forces, Ekoto away, Armored cars be Efrio.
Every
Azerbaijan.
Baku.
Yeah. And these were armored cars that were manufactured in 1972.
Wow.
Yes, 1972, Kwame. So if Intim Fojo is listening, you see, it is not enough to just come and call people names.
Yakoto in 19. Yes. Manufactured in
1972. Ghana Forces. I mean, soldiers are listening. 1972. Abandoned.
So why? What motivated?
They can't be used as we are talking. Those that were sent to Sudan can't be used by Ghanaian soldiers, and that actually.
Armored cars in what form?
Armored cars that is armored cars that are supposed to, your friends say. Yes, to aid soldiers in their operations. Okay, that is a developing story. Listen, the roads in the your friends saying Ghana Armed Forces. The roads in Ghana Armed Forces. I hope the Defense Minister. Dr. Edward Kofi Omani is going to do something about it. I hope President Mahama would want to do something about Ghana Armed Forces.
But maybe
I hope the Armed Forces Council would want to do something about whatever it is that has happened in the last 8 years.
But maybe I'm not holding brief for them.
Yes.
But we can say, Abia, though the armor said armor cars were manufactured in 1972, but it's worth it.
They are disused, Kwame. Go to Recce Regiment, you find them there.
Okay.
And this is public radio.
Sure.
And so, and yes, I mean, say nkukum baby, and I mean, kasa. I'm telling you this.
Okay.
So before we come to whatever Team Fojo, said yesterday, I thought he was going to be on air. The names he called us, I mean, we have been rented by who? President Mahama. And that he is ready to summon us before whatever, or going to summon Omani Buama to appear before the committee of which is the ranking member of. You see, he doesn't have to even call Omani Buama. He should call me.
In what capacity?
He should call me as the reporter.
Okay.
He should call me as the person who.
So when the committee deems it fits.
He should call General Pompepra to also sit in there.
Okay.
He should call the outgoing military chiefs to be there as well. Nobody is trying to scandalize anybody. A lot of money goes through Ministry of Defense so that they protect us, to protect the territorial integrity of this country. When they, and in doing that, they need logistics to do so. Do you understand? And so, in the absence of that, when that collapses, listen, the country is in trouble. So everything is given to them to ensure that, listen, we are safe and secured. But having given you that, they are supposed to ensure, judicious use of some of those resources.
Because yes, it can answer you.
Exactly. When we fall short of doing that, as let's say, public friends saying, people entrusted with power to ensure that, to him. I haven't spoken to President Mahama in a long time.
Yeah.
When the government came, nobody has had any meeting with me or Herald or whatever. But reporting on military, I hear yesterday can come, and they can come of the informer. I can say, listen, we've been reporting on military things, not today.
Sure.
Listen, Herald didn't start yesterday. We have been in production since when? 2010. Okay?
Oh, okay. That's 15 years.
Thank you.
Down the lane. Yeah.
And when did I leave GIJ? I left GIJ 2002 or 2003.
Hey, Ache.
I
want you, sir.
I have colleagues here. I have colleagues in other media houses who are editors like me, Ghanaian Times, Daily Graphic, and many other media houses. So when you have a politician like in Team Fojo, who is supposed to be a pastor.
But no, he's a pastor.
Which way? Which congregation?
In fact,
but listen, we are all.
But no, they are not all concerned to protect the sanctity of the Ghana Armed Forces. Maybe
Kwame, okay, and he said when we don't. They said we are not supposed to wash our dirty linens in public, isn't it? But sir, what do we do? Because somebody, listen, in the name of national security, in the name of an audited defense budget, there is massive corruption that goes on. There is massive corruption. All that the person has to do is to label the things, say, oh, this is national security. And then they will come and kill Oheniwa and say, oh, Oheniwa, we killed her because she was a threat to national security. Do you understand? So, sanctity of what? Let me digress a bit. Intin Fojo sent me a message sometime last week.
Okay.
And then also what should be on Facebook or somewhere on one social media, and that we should publish it in the Herald for him. So we did. And then subsequently he asked for the link to the story, which I sent to him. This was before he spoke to you yesterday.
Okay.
So he's somebody who has my number. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, after he sent that, I sent him the story I sent him a link of the story we had done on the military. Then he asked for document on the particular cars that he spoke about, the armored cars. The armored cars is a Toyota with Land Cruisers, Omukoto, Land Cruisers, Bear 5, and Omoto with Lexus, Baku de Kao. The Lexus.
Yes, story about and run.
Yeah, the one that he was talking about.
Okay.
So that is different from the Azerbaijan armored cars, the 20, those ones are hard military stuff. This one is armored plated Toyota Land Cruiser.
But when you come to Azerbaijan, there's a whoop armored cars, sophisticated ones, modern
Thank you.
ones.
They bought 1972 ones, but then that is beside the point. I would get to that one later. But the one he talked about yesterday had to do with Land Cruiser, armored plated Land Cruisers, 5 of them. They bought it for all the top military guys, the CDS, the Army Commander, the Navy, Air Force, and then their Chief of Staff, and then and others. So 5 of them.
For their personal use of.
Yeah, so then the cars came. When the cars came,
Okay,
we investigated and noticed that the cars were not put in the fleet. So, per Army way, it wasn't in their record. However, the military went through it. Kwame, I'm holding some papers. I am holding some papers that talked about the transaction, the procurement things, and so on and so forth. Okay? So that is where we got the story from. And when we wrote the story, and then I sent him the link. After the interaction, he sent an earlier one, and then I also sent him this. Because he was a ranking member, I was expecting, say, listen, he would want to investigate. Quickly, he said, I should give him the document. I said, listen, you are a ranking member. So what you can do, and he said, listen, we have mentioned certain institutions in the publication. So by virtue of your position, you can get in touch with some of these institutions and get the document. So
Thank you,
Kwame.
Okay.
I noticed that per the conversation, he wasn't too happy. But you could even, detect that per the way he was, the message that he sent. Okay, but me, I left it like that. But to wake up yesterday in the morning, and I heard that he was on air. You interviewed him, and he was running us down to a point where Andy even had to come in and say that, listen, whatever you were saying about Larry, that is not true. And I'm saying, sir, for a man who has a relationship with me,
that is the most
outrageous thing he could do. Okay, for a man who could send me a message, something to write for him or something, that is the most outrageous thing to do. Calling us names. And President Mahama has contracted us to do this. Omani, he was going to haul Omani before wherever to come and say whatever. Listen, it's totally uncalled for. And for a pastor, a former minister, a ranking member who wants to ensure accountability in every way, every sphere of life.
To say the veracity of your claim.
But yesterday, when you were questioning him, then you asked him a similar question as to whether or not he's delved into the thing. Then you saw that he was rabbiting. In journalism, there's something called rabbiting. Now we see. Now and then he said, and I say but say then you don't have to say it like that because obviously, this is clearly somebody who is incoherent, disoriented. He didn't know what he was talking about. And at best, he was just on the damage control. I told him that, listen, go to the institutions that have been mentioned in the story. Talk to them. By virtue of your position, you could get the document.
Committee can even call for documents and whatever.
Thank you. The army, I don't think, sir, Anopawe, the CDS has gone on. He's now retired. I don't think he took the institution away.
No.
The officers who took part in some of those transactions and so on, they are all living witnesses. Okay? They are there. They could be called. So if the committee, the defense committee, is ready to delve into this thing, they should even do a public way hearing and they should televise it. I am ready to appear. Nobody is out there to damage anybody. listen, upon Pepra, as in the general, whatever he is, I mean, if he is a good soldier, let it be like that. But it wouldn't take me or the Herald to damage him. There are certain decisions that he took, and I say people under him or his stewardship that he took that he has to account for, and that is what we were reporting on. So for a ranking member who had just come out of a government that promised a friend saying accountability, I won't be corrupt, I'll protect the public purse, and so on and so forth. I mean, this obviously is not a protection of the public purse. And he, as a reverend, somebody who swears on the Bible, who reads the Bible, who quotes the Bible, and in the interview you had with him, he was quoting the Bible, every step of the way. He should be interested in the truth. You don't come and sit down here and run me down. And our NDC, so and so newspaper, so and so that paper. Listen, he should go and ask Edun Ketia whether or not there's any meeting that decides what certain newspapers should report. If other meetings are held with other newspapers, I don't attend those meetings.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I don't attend those meetings. And I don't think anybody on the Herald attends such meetings because we don't get called. If it's happened MDC headquarters, we don't get called. If it happens Flagstaff House or even your friends in Cantonment, we don't get called.
Because you cannot be manipulated or what?
It's not about not being manipulated. It's about, I think a lot of the things you hear about NDC media, MPP media, so and so media, sometimes some of those things are just, people have just, done it that way. It's a convenient thing that they throw around just to discredit you. It's a convenient thing they throw around, that politicians do, and then to discredit you. You go and record them. And then when you are playing the thing, he will even deny, say, on one voice.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Matthias,
so, I mean, listen, there is another side of the story. There is a Lexus. Out of the the cars that came, five of the Toyotas went to all the people that we mentioned. Out of that, there was a Lexus as well that went to General Pompepra. Okay, and then the Lexus was also an armored plated, just like the Toyota vehicles. You get it? Now, so he alone got 2 cars. Out of the 6 cars, the Lexus, later, after we wrote one of the stories, then he quickly dashed to the customs, and wanting to pay duty on the car.
Now, how come they call?
So as we speak, if the custom guys registered, had him to pay the duty, that means that car has become his personal property.
The Abia with an internal arrangement within the Ghana.
Arrangement within the Ghana forces. The car was imported together with those armored cars that were supposed to be for the seat for him, and then the other service chiefs. Do you get what I'm saying? So I mean. And the cars are supposed to be in the custody of the Ghana Armed Forces. Eban is saying that it ended up in their homes, and then it's not part of the fleet of the Ghana Armed Forces. And then out of the 6, the Lexus, which is different from the Toyota cars, ended up in his house. Also ended up in his house. So out of that transaction, he got 2 cars out of it. Now, Kwame, another thing we discovered out of the transaction is that the cars, according to the military document, the cars were sold to the Ghana Armed Forces at the cost of $285,000. $285,000. Kwame. Meanwhile, per customs records, the company that brought in the cars is quoting with $160,000. Do you know the difference?
Sure.
The difference was $120,000 per car. So you have reported, say you bought one car for $285,000. Meanwhile, then the custom said you reported, say you rather bought the car for $160,000. an outrageous profit.
Sa sika no
That is going to where? It's going to the company that supply the cars. It's going to the company that supply the cars. So each car they made a profit of $120,000 per car.
Wow.
So do the math.
Times 7.
No, times 6.
Okay,
Times 6. Sorry.
Or even times 5. Because per the records, the military bought only 5 cars.
Okay.
By importing it, they imported 6 cars. And the 6 cars, they cleared the 6 cars in the name of the Ghana Armed Forces. So as we speak, per the security arrangement, the cars were cleared in the name of Ghana Armed Forces. However, this car then now finds its way into the private home of, General Pompepra.
Wow.
And so then after some time, when issued by, quickly he then dashed to customs. Said, listen, I want to register the car.
Na odi ko fie no per de wo kan na number ben na oyiso.
No, I don't know what number he's using on the car, because with that, if he was driving it at the time, because it's not registered, he can't. For instance, he can't use let's say he can't use a DVLA number. He might as well go to the armed forces and say, listen, mommy, for instance, special number so that I could be using it, and it's done all the time.
And young one was said, "Did you know me? Say internal arrangement be between akoso and young one was say, "On to me for ne pe emfa." On to me emfa the one. Emfa Lexus na said.
Lexus na. No, the Lexus, I'm told, sir. The Lexus came as part of the 5 cars. OTS here. And it's shaping up a special gift on the procurement of those cars. Again, I have told you, sir, the company quoted $285,000 as a unit price of one of the vehicles. Okay, but then in reporting to customs, they reported that they rather bought the car for $160,000. Now, what is the difference, sir? You inflated the thing so that you can get a Lexus out of it. And the Lexus ended up in the home of the head of the military. Wow. And who is questioning that? The Lexus ended up in the home of the head of the military. I mean, Kwame, how much is your friend saying Land Cruiser sold?
Within 150.
Okay, but
depending on the specs.
Okay, but this one was bought for $160,000 per what they reported to me, because customs has a means of checking.
Oh yes,
the cost of it.
What the background Land Cruiser there. Yeah, but near me womb. Specs no. Yeah.
Okay, so again, almost near me womb per the military records which I have. There was a committee that was set up to go and investigate, the whole way, assess the vehicles. They noted, even though the military requested for cars that were manufactured 2024, 2025, the cars that were bought were 2022 vehicles.
Okay.
And the specs that they wanted in the car or on the cars, those were not what the companies gave them. So the committee had even flagged. The friend saying what the company brought. Okay. Now, Kwame, we all know law of contract. Say the moment you didn't meet the terms and conditions of that procurement as a supplier, yes, the contract is, automatically terminated.
Yes.
Vitiated. It's vitiated. Sure. But in this case, that didn't happen. Okay, that didn't happen. The military still accepted the whole deal like that and went away smiling. Could it be, say, it was because of the Lexus that went to the CDS at the time? And the CDSs were Lexus was of a higher spec compared to the compared to the Toyota Land Cruisers. I mean, so if you have a ranking member who has just been appointed, who wants to be noticed, who is a pastor, who, every now and then flaunts their friends and quoting the Bible and all that and so on, and wanting the truth and nothing but the truth. You don't come and sit on air and be calling us names and be saying, say, we have been rented to do things, we are scandalizing generals and so on. You should be accountability minded. The Bible talks about that. Mm-hmm. Okay? But the fact that you have sworn an oath that you will, you'll be fair in everything, you will ensure you are in parliament with people, you had contested an election, promising them to be of your friends and to be a protector of their resources. You don't come and sit on air and talk anyhow.
Okay.
If you want at the appropriate time, if I have to release some of the documents to you, yes, I'll release them to you.
Mate.
Okay, but he should also go out there and look for some of those documents.
Now, I will try and then yes, I do come be any swap. Metun saname de afrel. The pastor so by na say I can't go so.
No, Charlie, I mean, I know you've always been a fair-minded person. We've known each other for some time.
For some time
and,
now,
as soon as your producer called me, said this is, the way, I decided quickly I have to come and then show you some of the things and so on. I would have wished he's also on air.
Maybe if it needs be, I'll arrange it.
Oh, well, I hope it comes.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, I know. Nothing is beyond you.
Thank you. Eminia Larry, Dogbe, editor, Herald, newspaper, and I'm in actually common afa and Sembia, a bar na yedidi common and then so to us so na young Missombra, ye bar, ye better one commotion.
Okay, then. 101.7. Best Point Savings and Loans sika krabia wo mugina wo na so pampe na awieye mreyi mu a wo hwe ya na sika krabia bi ede asokwada na wachinchin nti ene sese wunya sika krabia bi ti say Best Point Savings and Loans omuda so eya adwumaden atoto sika sem amano awie peye na enhyehyɛ pa wo mo ewo mo customers ye eye bocho na fufuro kra wo mo ede aba montin eye Best Mobile Banking na kyerese bank no na wo ye no phone so mu enu nti se siade se yesa line tintintin anase wo se wadachi e wo sika krabia hode eni obio na eni kasem akwa ka ho ne se wo betumi asend sika asan agisika e wo phone so wo betumi asan atua wo bills ebi etise DSTV, Go TV, Star Times, Empo electricity bill, any water bills nyina no wo betumi atua afi wo phone no so wa bra wo ti baabi edwodwo na wo bewe e die na wo be eni nti ye me say we account our Best Point Savings and Loans na we na wa dial *277# na wo demogra wa she bank na ye fofofo sanu Best Point Savings and Loans ya makofa Best Mobile Banking aba jimi so say wo phone ni usika suni Best Point Savings and Loans. Best Point Savings and Loans, our business.
Correct, sir. I take a man. Marima do delay man capsules. Ya wouldn't ye dear. Boy, yeah. I wouldn't a win son. Would delay a Juman so papa. Now what say? Now we ye pa. Delay man capsules. I don't know. I might Mrs. Cinema go to them. I can see. Now look at Mr. and the capsules, sir. A man in Marima Yanum Biamo. Menum be in the middle. Who may say? Who say what he feel I have said. Need pa. And Tina will say what would delay, sir. Local mixture and then the capsules means so a feature chromo yaw BM Mura. So what be delay crano, Miss Robbie. Bema now, baby, I will read your one pay and now about yaw be a hobby piano. For local mixture, Siano. You are able to say gonorrhea, white, syphilis, and the account who will be a 1 inch minute die into my local mixture and then the capsules. And then you through our herba and the pharmacy name. You do 0242 133 577
Anna 0248 619 999.
Local mixture and then the capsules. And what's that here? In kind. Kwame, me ya omuao. Me ba panyin no kane no onimade pa. Na so na nse boa no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bona me ka asma chwas me fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wonu mu a. Wo de sua enkoyie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. Eba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni yen hwehwemu fa ne ni no. Oha bia entam se bewe ni esia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ne yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe ye o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso ne esiche yade no. Aye na momoni yade pa.
Sabe pepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wan ko check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wonu wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enye hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oho bia no ye behwe ni esia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafu mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye san hwehwemu no. Ye dwuma efo nso de. Wani wote enti uba ye beje ofel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
Okay, then 101.7.
Okay, 101.7 so ni I don't know.
Nane
Yaba. Ade Akye ni anti asem fufura.
Nana nka nkomo bi se no. Ka mesra se next time no mo twetwe a. Mo fa sha time mu wie ya ne apon show no.
Ye wie ya.
Nana because what the things me say here. Eti akoma o.
Nana zumu akoma nte. Hwe akwa bi na board dam ho. Akwa bi na board dam. Na so obia bodam for 2 nsa no kasa na ba ko bia bodam be 40 years na twanyini ti ohwe akwa no sa no den zakwato beto masa to bu na kwa na wa ma me 40 years ni si ya na me ye be later mu se sa anwodin na ese nka me digine mu che e wa bodam ni mu
o ezeti ni na no woni abodam mranti bre
ye modam sa wo kuruma
yesterday ya le gaga
wazo kura de sa ka mo
kenya mo
wasi wa gota mu nsu a obanum bra
ani bola se didie
ani bola
se o pre ho
do
bra kwa
tobo
e kwa no wa
ani unase e be honhu no ani utrimi no e be rasta na abo nchinchin
na wa fa wa shade we nso se wani o mu gonjon piece ni eyi no ya no mu load pa o
emana na mema no o mo she bullet
oh yeah ya no mu load pa honestly
na eden ne basa
I think say because omu German from afa ho ntia because so far ne ama discover
nsu a ya na shrenke
enti ya nyame ti mu pa nam no hu se bi obi a waye bebi akoya no
da bi se bi won ma ya na
wani boss amo so
kwati
na kai kumase prisons headquarters one run about
Wesley Matedis one
won say na bola ni bi won na madam fu bi US na ofre me na oni me di nkoma oni di go say nam ni na yakọ Wesley Cathedral met edum to ofre we di nkoma no sa ye bola ni bi no ye bola ni bi no nam se ye bola ni bi o se de no wo ayi run about no no okay me no say akona ne kwa kudo nsuo fefefe no any you do describe nipa
na na bia na mo hwe amaka ho asem
dem na nkofo e ma me kai se uze ni se na aye omo ya eso omo bobo mpaboa mu ho next time su kura ton mu ho sabe asma me ke be 20 years ago stand kura de oyo Awa de fe say na ade aboda me. Wo ba bi nya bi afiri fi ayi so.
Profo come to 8 million yemo.
Ba sa abola ni de eso wu. Winim abola fo ma no. Eda bi o wa wo be for run about nu na oni wanya bi ni ne da ne nkrofo hwe.
So bi bodan for be manu oba.
Daytime. Daytime basa boys bi o no mo de wire. Akotwetwe mo achi no mo de pa. Bonza ho hyen wo de atia fast yo.
Na obi adwe na yi so de wada so wo.
Na adwe na yi na ha mu ayi. Ba ku bi won ka boy bi na. Tin no.
Tin.
Wo dwam ma wo mo pa. Boy bi no.
Se uma bi na no oda abronsen yase no.
Sa. Won ne ye.
Nana, uma no so no ya no otwa bi.
Because be an open, but not woman amping.
Oh, that's not a girl.
That's what makes me a woman.
Then you know, as I point you by now, point you bema. Never grow over my quay.
I want you on the only answer. I only am who says, I would him say, honorable Adjuasa for me, I'm sister. Interview no here, Wahan.
None of Thursday.
Aye. Send why do a baby no Cassa and Co baby.
Why it? And I wouldn't know me and what I know do. And then I get you, yes, MP before the car could see the face of a woman come and impede baby.
That's the other back and what I
Nana something say, oh, Miss Maidi na meetia na mse, hey!
Media, I think it's a omu bia kwan. Na okane yo na koma so. Winim. Nana, mo nyina aka, nya nipa nyina na betimi aba committee nanim.
No correct.
To nya avenue. No be kasa media nie a. Hwe eda ye ne mia me bless kani. George
Otibonsu ya.
Kana ko sem wa ha.
George Otibonsu. Nana.
Se wasi dan. Na mo be dwiri da. Wasi kan de mo kana mo fa dan ne. Dwiri ni nyina gwa dan asoma sibi se mepe.
Opasa asino.
Meanwhile is the financier of the party. Bra George Otibonsu baby a obi amachia. Wow, na media wouldn't be a mea. Escafo bebre wo Ghana ha. Wo mo ye MPP fo a, wo mo aban ba power.
Wo mo nyuma gugu.
Wo ma gu wo ma dwuma nyo wo mo nyuma gugu.
Party fo na na gu wo mo nyuma.
Egu wo mo nyuma.
Na ban te so no. Na ban na san.
Nana o ma me kwan ya me pop strong for bi Alhaji ba ko kra o.
Before we dey money pedi. Before.
Nana me ka se me sha se me kan me bodin.
Oma yegu omunyuma
na no do pa so ti committee wo okay fm na frame
aha na Ghana kasa aha na Ghana ti
na ti committee
na ne wodi e boni pani din ba modi ogu adwuma ni din
na nye wa na se abe na gu nkrofo yejuwe
ti ba de so be kasa onu anaban se me bo ye wura George Otibonsu no onu abobo na woni ba akokora ye se wakoto ne woni so ye financier of MPP wakoto ne car na car no obi aje edit national security ema woni dwonbu adukoi ko kan ye bo nda so isu kan bepem
onu ade ne ka wa titi ka to ka no
the party hwe t-shirt ya onu ye ma party car sabre no obi en otua ma party wono full soldiers national headquarters wona koje office ma wo mu o kan wa na mboa
mo studio na otika ni nsamwa I'm telling you.
And the party see me share na mianim e di ne boni ati say.
And they will tell you say NDC was so crowd more opposition no more so.
Ebra ye chi so for usu bempa. Enna anopa ye wo ha na samije mfifre. Enna samije mfise. Papa no woni amanyokuom. Nanso ye gidi se ade a wo mo de ye no enye ye kura ye party for ye na kwa na ba power mo che no
aba
obi a wa hye nko na maba ensuro hwe
ye ka na eni ayi sa ebe pem ne bisa se complainant ne wa
na odi za asem na boba uli say asem ne ko court more than 1 year papa no office wa sorry no mo be training statement I'm telling you
what ya oye paper review what ya o say nana me kwa wo kwa hina bazi send one so
accused number 7
awe number 7
we no catch one
and is a wood ka football ka na 2 quarter
0 and na your court was your accused number 1 your papa now mo to aswa
football team and then atifie
ale diwoja accused no nim say so be ka ya Tuesday bi ya court and I report to ye
ewa ha
sada no ne abo mi di wo court say me nsi ehia mi o
na de na court na unka ho
me nka ho
bo mu the way ye report from akwai
edi
ya fana
mi di na wa ye report na
why say go be ball basketball we school okay na over there a guy back by na guy need to go for your commentary now several no or your commentary before na ahwe na guess no betwe ama ti na say akwa mu miempedi bi ma no ma na nonyo to all your commentary na pre boys be 60 go bank yeah how do you go sign it is that no we are just I know what it
Nana fully tamaso wa me ya report o ana prosecutor bi a minim no se Kwame ayo ne ebo di won court o na me sin yan eno je ya report we are wanted o
ni abodi na ni
na ka no court o ne ebo edin se prosecutor se tekpeta se wan wan se aside papa ne omo ani odi kan tu omo no other 3 bi are also needed
na wo so abo wan
nana afemi kwakotro mi statement aye se ma mi se me ba ni fie obi na me ba no mikutanse kan ni tuo na me ba ni fie na na da me kwata edward wo anani area anani fie wana
nana let me a gold bed
nana
na obi a wo sra dia wo ni ade ba yampa
wodi gidie be bisa mo benya ana uza sami je fin so no minini from enkwara brem minini edi agro enkwara brem sa
woni wan
sami je mfi
na sabu edi say
na me so me di say me for
ofa woni sami je mfi na edi agro
penkwase eyi SD ne papa eye elder Jemfi
I see
etina opetai bo bebribi no
Okay.
sabi we SD ni
wajai SD ko nyai wajai ko asore foforo but e wona komem ti we dey o si bon time same kire saba school awo same so to tena pa
sao
so bana ayi Isaac munyumi mutun sei anyi wache watie preko watie wache kure serious anyi wache Raza maybe
of a god need their own here
sama Wikipedia okay wo de wonya momu a
nkakra
Wikipedia no breme bus 5
bus ben
gold bar na America
na
ade de wo sra no asra kese otesu kura no otesu batu a
no no kura no o yesi no kura director no kura be se no be
ebi anu wompe
wono adade no mpe ya ewe tire ne yepe ya de media me mpa ne kese ne metimi de akomade
mete sikani bi anim ne Isaac na odi gold hu nkomo or export gold se Kwame gold business no e wo ho no se wodi bibi ti se $100 million kura mu a ɛyɛ kiti ne nsa no wa ni see you
all the 100 million
what say ɛyɛ kiti ne nsa wa ni see what say
no you just come sir
what say $100 million
$100 million no
I'm welcome
ebefa
anaga so no
$100 billion
na nkrofo no na yesi
Boska to say me yam more $100 million
or say
who do you go business mu
I will say so
and you hear say
me ti me amusa no
konko mo say ye di kura hu ni abeka
ne nim sa
so me am ga ja Kwame yanko because nko me to me ni nko
na hwe eno ode a kire ayi owo a sieve a glass na a Lufthansa for wudru ayi bi a gold ho anwa platinum no o mama ade bi ti se fie white eno kire ba bi a odu no wo bebre oh be 1000 namza na we ye dey an me for first class bi a na amam baako nti first class ododo amafro no
nti na $100 million is kakitu wa bi man
na nzanti me sa ko skani baako bo so me ni di nkomo ano se Kwame economy ni mo ayedin o se be projects are me ye we ni hwade na eye vouchers a wa sign se omunko yi musika checks a wa twro vouchers e kan no was efra no pa 8 ebepem awia 12 no was signed $720,000.
And no economy na yedin.
I think you are saying no because my procure and no kwa me say so no for emfa you quotation in manami hu because I need about sa annual cars no me here be 300 na I'm so I paper no kwa so da
na no tinanim
metinanim my dobi na bisi
figures no quote
what can ya kwa
kabedo
e kan kwa say akwa bi na okosere oba aware na okwo no wo hye shades sunglasses na enanim esinani ena maame ni hu se akwa nse sunglasses wo hu akwa ni yie na wo hye ade se okay akwa no bisa na akwa no bisa se man pa 20 aba ne ho ade ye no de ne de na ye behia oh eno de enya den wo beto kente mako 50 eno ye me dia
kente mako 50
na papa no de ne de okay to 30 na
kente no go 80
afei me ba no obetena Rolls Royce mu no obobo akwa no hunu nyansa se de die maame ne bobo atrelios ezan so do be no ma na akonta de ne omo ye boys 5 ene ma obi a $200,000 fe akwanse ma ese mi hunu ye ma so yi space na be hunu wa o yi so sen when my face say dia when my face say dia me nyo hwe de mi anso obehwe be ba no ya ka bi afa che bi president Nanado sabre no ma obi contract no obi se me de me pe atwam nipa kwanso ye party financier ena okọ president won say nana contract na ade ma me no asuma sisu atworo krata abre me say watwam wa na ofa afo no say hey masa fa kwa asem so you are not that
Unya bai
friend was fan kwa asem so unto kwa no so me na mama ne contract ne wo na wo kwan so obetwa fan kwa asem so party no businessmen wo no dudu abuofu
party ben
MPP party na American eti dia ye am ko opposition no we no nyina ka ho
enti yawdie hye nkrofo mu
ani man kan asem
ada na ose ne kwan
hwe
mu cheska no
wo mo ye se yama finance minister nko no dodo no amukotu wo mo
ai wo mo bo papa
onabo asiama
ai
enna wo ye sports minister wo ye sports minister is fine pa enna contract bi asumesi so ope na mo amotena se na mo se yemfa ma asumesi ye de ma asumesi ne buafu nti yaje wie no ye nkotu Eugene wakwan ade mo betu munya nkrofo
wo mo nkasa na yaw hye nkrofo
aha wonim se okasa ne boa sam ne fi ne boa enti one of ade bi a psychology ni say so obi re ho a initial aggravation period no jan no wonsu let him or her cry his or her a heart out fe oya ebisi wo David epenso
okay
David baaya ni kuro wo ma hye ne nyina afa ne yire Abinoam ene Abigail Amalekite for the bay ahye kuro no wo mo hye no ema ne meme ewo mu no wo ma nkum obi wo ma sane nyina ene dom no bufu ise wo be si David abo now kan Bible na was na David ni dom no esuya David suya do isu no pesun ba osuya kwapem se na onya ahoden emfa
ensu biom amen no
me chese na hoden nyina asa esu no achi ene wo so obo mpa ye se o se okachire Abina se onfa asofotade no enhye esu no achi no ohia Nyankopon ahoden wo se no de asofotade ne brain wo so obi se Awurade se Awurade mintini domi ya na meti won wo se ti won na ogie nso wo beji mama obia hwe edru baabi party fo a na na do adawo ma wo munya post ni wo munyina me obi anka twowe
wa me yempo no ma kwa campaign
memu ba ko bia mani tua no se mo de amye nko opposition am ko di musika
ene na na nya nko na ate yo
wa me wo bi obusan se wo kan twobo no ena hwe woni ne e bi mu ya enkana na wadawro ma obi wa nko di 4 years no sesane bo chema no debi
no nko na adwene ne nyansa gu ne tirim sisem na foforo mra no obi su madibi
nipa no bebre so nkwakwafo wo ka apprentice no bo chema ne ade no obi wa wo ka dugbo mu a wo mu age mu 700 edi se wo ka wo de mo
nana uka dugbo mo
obo age mu 700 edi se wo ka 40 bom
enkokrafo amemu
40 no mieri 40 on and now another 14 ebru 2028
eyo mo age no
omo age ti ebru Jesus Kristo ebewuji ye kwa no sa ya kan age ya 2025 omo ye 2028
posited
sure your boys be wo kwa sa boys no they were not empowered ninam party ni musa ampa bibia mo manye
na de o mebisa say o degree ne ne ehe
what doctorate me ba se Obama pokuase woni degree
wo bi abraje na kasa chewo
anago ba fu oni bi
wo bi
hwe mame ma obi Evans say ni ma ko what wono wo degree wo masters ni ade
endu ne so
director of elections oni budget oni hu e kire kwa no mbeso nko gifiri ni nsam hwe boy ba ko o de say atefa danso kane no yo mo acting acting youth organizer boy ya didi wo mo chisa the whole 8 years
no godfather godfather na ne mfisu sha
godfather ne mfisu enti kire se hwe mahama ba e mo se de wasi acha power no ne fe
waye emebunu
amamuo odi enkokorafo na
titile no 1877
obi di board chairman na no hwe odi meba Ghana's High Commissioner to United Kingdom me papa uzu ankuma papa who abere that doesn't mean you me no na be ko na ho
ye nyina ye tena fie ye kwa bom
edi nyina ka ho it is abantie bi mo ya abantie bi ko ambassador enka na we ambassador something
si wo hu na nka ye de ne fe empanifo no nko a na ye hu se nia memuo no so ko zo okro ma ofa we saw it ye Ghana for ye hu ye na emabunu so aba emabunu so ade emabunu aba enti ye hu sa emabunu asase a wo mucha vibrant wo mo ntena office yo
bra Kwame emabunu ne se me na wo
ntena office
ni ba me friend bra Kwame no
why ya
His Excellency me friend bra Kwame
JDM ahu she ministers a wapa wo mo nso ne ntena office yo wo sori a she Emmanuel Amakofi bua
mami
wo chi galamsey site ahodo
fo so ajare Elizabeth
trade
obodwuma pa
si wo hu she Dr. Kesela to ba force
wo ayi free wa
ahu
na okaru ni mba ko no abere mo no okaru ni
ebe 10 years ago mi bu kusa bi ni fu obi
sawo
ganganto
oba dada
10 years ago we ma de wo bi aye di fu o ti bi twa fu no
10 years ache
o ti bi
oba ne be say no you have to forget
na kwa na
aswani abegu menu ba
enko na ye roji
se boneli
na oye so say wo mu de ani you nam say eye edi allegation
oba when ke background oba ka radio so hello obi ni mi pi obehwe me pa o
me boss o de pro one say ni pi na you mo be di wo no hu
next time I'm actually
I'm not hospital.
obi a wo yare
ono na yare da hospital no obi abesa no ono no ba yare na bia na wo nie no e no wa fa no na sinanim no audience next omo ya mo fa nchini mu kakra
Why?
obi o yare akọ
ya pon ya sori so na ye ko enfie okay 101.7 ye from radio kwa wasa no Kwame Nkrumah Tikese money show president of land Kwame Adiomi wono eye ofigyo so kwa so wono na ye producer ena mto ohina na Kwame amo ena daga ganto lady ohine wa musate ono so nka ya mo nyina money ti a